All right, we're live.
We're live.
Yeah, me and Entertainah here. Entertainah and the champ here, just going live. A little Monday night special. So, what's up, Entertainah?
Nothing much, man. I'm excited to come on the channel. I was on here, I guess, right after we beat the Eagles, so a little over a week ago. And we were talking on the phone. I said, yeah, man, let's rock and roll, man. I'd love to go live with you, talk some Giants football. We got a big game coming up this week against the Bengals. Must-win game, in my opinion. And we win that game, then all of a sudden we're right in the thick of it.
Oh, I mean, it's a for sure must win game. One of the reasons why I wanted to go live though was Entertainah here is I don't even know what I would call you. Like you are like the melting pot of all Giant fans on YouTube. Like you are literally in the center of the Giants universe. You know, there's a lot of different types of Giant content creators, which I'm going to say this. Bob's Pool Service wants to know why I'm wearing glasses inside because I'm too cool. I mean, first of all, I got 12 pounds of gold around my shoulder. So clearly, if you can see it glistening, it hurts the eyes when it hits the lights. But anyways, you are like a literally melting pot. Like you have literally every Giants content creator you pretty much mesh with. But there's different opinions about the Giants. And a lot of time, and so I actually reached out to you, or we reached out and started having a discussion, and I was like, you know what? You were like, let's come on the channel, let's talk and let's chop it up a little bit. And we're gonna actually, for those that are in the chat, we are gonna bring on guests we're gonna have just a little discussion, and then we're gonna bring on guests if you guys want to come on and have a conversation with us or say a little words. But just give us a little bit. We're going to talk through this, and then we'll get to the anybody that wants to get on. But nevertheless, I have a little bit of frustration with some Giant content creators, and you're the best that we can have this conversation with, and we can talk this through. So it's so fun. Like today was an interesting day, and I don't know if it was because the Eagles lost, but Giant fans, all of them, are all of a sudden, we're all in the playoff push now. And then I'm sitting there thinking, like 3-4 weeks ago, we were getting ready to fire our general manager and we were getting ready to tank for Trevor. Like, what changed all of a sudden? Why is it that now?
Well, the tank for Trevor, you know,
it's a real thing though.
I posted that on Twitter right after the Eagles game. I wrote in capital letters, ha, 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 ha. You guys were talking about tanking 2 weeks into the season.
Yeah.
And to me, that was a joke to talk about tanking just 2 weeks into the season. I always say it. I try to understand everybody's perspective, and I can understand that perspective when it's 15, week 15, week 16, if you're completely out of it. But week 2, going into the season, it made no sense to me whatsoever. As far as the Gettleman thing goes, I mean, there's always going to be a part of the fan base that is going to blame everything on Gettleman, and there's always going to be a part of the fan base that defends him. But Chris, we're very split there.
Chris, you can't go from if you're a Giants fan, listen to this carefully. If you're a Giants fan and you have at any point this year had the opinion of I'm ready to move on from Daniel Jones, I'm ready to tank for Trevor, or you've had the opinion of I want to fire Dave Gettleman, and you've made this point, you've made this point across whatever platform you're on. You don't get to be a part of the train that's partying after we win week 17 against the Cowboys. I'm sorry, you don't get to be a part of that. Maybe next year you can join after you say you're sorry. But look, all I'm saying is you can't quit at one point during the year, and then all of a sudden now we're on the back end of this year, and you made a video today, about all of a sudden. We're looking at the
playoff prediction
schedule.
video.
We're looking at our schedules.
Yeah.
Now, let me say this. Maybe you and I differ on this, Tyner.
Yeah.
I don't want Washington to win Thursday night.
Tell me why.
I want the Cowboys with everything on the line week 17.
But here's what I'm going to say to that. Here's what I'm going to say to that. Because I thought about it, and it's almost unless one team has a 2-game lead over the other, it's impossible for everything not to be on the line week 17. Because if we have a 1-game lead and they beat us, they sweep us. They get the tiebreaker there. If we're tied, whoever wins gets in. And if the Cowboys have a 1-game lead, we'll win the tiebreaker with a win.
Are you saying we have to have the Cowboys lose at least 1 game?
We got to be within 1 game of the Dallas Cowboys, or they got to be within 1 game of us, and everything's on the line last week.
I think across the whole Giant landscape, Giant fans, I think we all agree that we're going to beat Cincinnati.
I don't know if all of us agree. I think most of us think that. I think
if we don't beat Cincinnati, we might as well just put the cameras up and call it a year.
Yeah.
Then I can get on board with waving the white flag with some of these other people. But I think across the board, we all think that we're going to beat the Bengals, we're going to beat the Browns, and we're going to beat the Cowboys. I think the question.
I think this is what I think. I think we're going to beat the Bengals. I think we're going to win 1 out of those 4 games. We could win 2, but I'm going to say 1. I don't know which one, but I think we find a way to win at least 1 out of those 4 middle games. The tough games between Seattle, Baltimore, the Browns, and who am I forgetting?
I don't think the Browns are that.
I'm saying at least 1. At least 1.
The Browns just don't. They have been reeling the last few weeks.
Yeah.
Reeling.
I think they're beatable.
I honestly thought the Eagles were going to beat them yesterday.
You know what the problem with the Eagles? I'm watching obviously I was streaming the game. The Eagles were doing the same thing to the Browns that they did to us. They were running all over them, and then they just stopped running. Like I didn't understand it. It's like the Eagles got completely away from the game plan. But I agree with you. I think the Browns are beatable. I don't think they're nearly as good as their record indicates.
I don't think they're. Well, I mean, obviously Myles Garrett is a difference maker probably, but. This is just my opinion, okay? I think the Giants can beat the Bengals. I think we can beat the Browns, and I think we can beat the Cowboys. I think we have to get to 7 wins to even be on
7 wins we're in. 7 wins we're in.
Yeah, but I think we have to get to 7.
Yeah.
I think if we're thinking 6 and 10, we're hoping.
You're hoping. I agree.
I think we got to get to 7. So for me, we have to find a way to beat Arizona, Baltimore, or Seattle. And to me, those 3 teams I think are a little tougher for the Giants than the other 3 games. I'm a little nervous about those 3 because I just wonder, first and foremost, how I don't like the fact that we're at Seattle.
That's a tough. Well, the fans. I don't even know.
And I know, but I still don't like the fact that we're at Seattle. I think that it helped us to beat the Eagles the last game. I think we're a better team than the Eagles, but the fact that we played them at home the last game was a much different experience than when we had to go to Lincoln Financial Field. I just feel like the home environment helps the Giants, even though there's no fans.
Even though historically it's the other way around. I remember in 2007, I went to 3 home games. They lost all 3. They ended up winning the Super Bowl that year. They were road warriors.
Yeah, you're right. They were road. But I hate going to Seattle. Regardless of fans or not, it's just not.
Plus, you're traveling across the country.
Yeah, it's just not a good. It's not a good thing for the. I don't think it'll be a good thing for the Giants. I mean, but I will say this: I actually think out of the 3 teams, I don't know which one's because Baltimore's they're not. They're.
I think call me crazy. I think Arizona's beatable. And fact.
Yeah, it's just Murray's really good.
Murray is really good. And they got an explosive offense, but they're traveling across the country. That defense doesn't scare me. And if the Giants could control the clock, which I think they could, if they could stay committed to that run, I don't believe in that Arizona defense. I think they stand a chance to beat that football team. I really do. I think it's a winnable football game.
Well, but here's where I'm getting at on this whole thing. The 3 games that I mentioned, I feel like we're going to win, but we have to win one of those other 3.
Yeah,
we have to find one, and I don't think the Giants will be favored. I mean, how many games out of the 6 will the Giants? Be favored in. And
I think 2.
They'll be favored against the Bengals.
Yeah. Cowboys, I think at home will be favored.
You think they'll be favored against Cowboys?
At least a pick 'em, but I think we'll be a slight favorite. I'll go 1.5 point favorite.
It depends. I guess it depends on how the Cowboys play.
Yeah. I'll go 1.5 point favorite home. Maybe a pick 'em. I think it'll be a really close spread.
Okay. So then with that being said, I feel like it's really important for the Giants to get a playoff game, even if they're 1 and done. Even if you're 1 and done, I feel like it's still a big deal for this Giants team. Some people don't have the mindset that, if you just go one and done, that achieves anything. But for me, I feel like it does achieve a lot for the Giants to at least get a playoff game this year. Do you agree with that? Or does it – if you were told right now Giants are going to be one and done playoffs, do you say why bother?
No, I take it because I think we talked about this last time we talked. I think you gain – first off, you gain experience in the regular season, learning how to compete and win in must-win, meaningful games down the stretch to make the playoffs in itself. That is big in terms of the growth of this football team. Even if you go – listen, we go back to 2005 when the New York Giants got destroyed against Carolina. It was still an experience to make the playoffs down the stretch, win meaningful games to get into the playoffs. And then John Fox kicked our ass, but I still think that was growth for that football team. And I think it would be growth for this football team just to have that in their head going into the next season. Yeah, we own this division. Yeah, we beat the Eagles. Yeah, we beat the Cowboys. Yeah, we swept Washington. They come in with a little swagger going into next year, a little more confidence. So I do think and I'm going to tell you what, Pizzle, I think we'd probably lose the first round. But I think we would put up a fight. I don't think we're getting embarrassed.
I think it depends on who we would play.
I don't think it matters. I mean, if we play the Bucs at home, I think we're playing them tough. I'm not picking us.
Yeah.
But I think we play them tough. I don't think we get embarrassed in the first round. I really don't. Every team in the NFC that I look at that we could potentially be playing in that 4-5 has holes. So I wouldn't pick us, but I think it'd be a competitive football game.
Honestly, there's only really one team that I personally am afraid of in the NFC, and that's the Saints. That's the only team that I would be.
People are sleeping on the Saints.
They're sleeping big time on the Saints. The Saints all of a sudden have found their groove again, and to me, that's the one team I wouldn't want the Giants to even be anywhere near as far as that goes, because I think that'd be a problem. But every other team in the NFC, I'm honestly not afraid of. I actually want, to me, the Giants, even if they beat Cincinnati this weekend, okay, and I'm not saying that's a foregone conclusion, but even if they do, they have to still prove by either beating Seattle or Arizona or Baltimore that they can beat a good team, a team with a decent little winning record, right? Because we haven't done that yet. But to me, that's when we would prove ourselves as a potential playoff team.
Yeah,
at the same time, I can't stand when I see the content creators come out and say, let's have Washington win. Like I want it to be Dallas, because to me, that's a playoff game week 17.
I think it's going to be a playoff game no matter what week 17. No matter what, no matter how it unfolds, I think it's going to be a playoff game week 17. We will not make the playoffs unless we win week 17. That will be a must-win game.
So with that being said, this is fun.
Of course it's fun.
Okay, but what I'm saying is this is fun. Why is it that so many content creators love talking about next year? I don't understand that. Why do we get so immersed in this whole like draft talk? This nauseum of this, please. I worry about my number one receiver when it's time to worry about the number one receiver. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I'll worry about that when it happens.
Listen, I say it all the time.
I just don't get why I'm sitting here just like.
I understood it at 1-7. People think it draft, but now that we're in the race, we're literally a half game out of first place. When people ask me about draft questions in my streams, I say I'm not thinking about the draft right now.
Boy, there's a lot of people on YouTube that love to talk about the draft. Honestly, can I tell you, just forget football for a second. I think the NFL draft is one of the most overrated things in sports.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Because you get these. There's times when you get guys that are drafted in the first round, quarterbacks, right? I mean, you've seen them before, where they get all this hype for one night. Everybody's speculating. Everybody's in first place. Everybody just made the best pick of the night, and then these guys end up not even achieving anything. And then you get a guy like Tom Brady drafted, in the 6th round? 199
picks. You still win through the draft. I think we could agree on that.
But everybody wins through the draft. Everybody on draft night thinks my pick, we made it A+ draft for us tonight. Like, it's just, to me, it's like, why does everybody enjoy the draft talk so much that they're like, I can't wait to get to the draft?
In fairness, Pizzle, our team has been horrific the last 3 years. So I understand.
That's what I'm saying. Why the hell would I even be excited about going to the draft when my team hasn't even drafted well lately?
It's true.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
I do think we drafted well this year. Which will bring us to Dave Gettleman.
Yeah, we're going to talk about. We'll talk about Dave. I don't think. honestly, some of the things that's happened to Dave, to me, is not fair. That's happened to him. Like he's actually had some bad luck with draft picks, in my opinion. Like Saquon getting hurt is bad luck. The DeAndre Baker situation is now, when you look at it, is bad luck. But he's had some good moments too, right? With Darius Slayton. I think Shane Lemieux is still a good pick. I know he had an interesting game last against the Eagles, but to me, I think he's drafted well late. It's just some of the early picks are questionable, and some people are even questioning Daniel Jones' pick still. And Xavier McKinney, that's bad luck too, right? I mean, because
I think it's still fair to question the Daniel Jones pick. I don't think it's cemented that he's going to be a franchise quarterback, but I'm definitely on board with seeing what he has next year for sure. I'm not one of these people that is saying quarterback. No, we're not taking a quarterback in this year's draft. We need to give this kid a chance. We need to give this kid a football team and see what he's got. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm definitely leaning towards that. I think he could be a very good quarterback in the NFL. I'm not going to say for sure, but I'm definitely leaning that way.
I think he's going to be a really good quarterback.
Yeah.
I do. I now the one thing I'll say.
You think Eli Manning level? That's your boy.
Here's what I will say. All of this running out of the pocket, the RPO stuff, I think Giant fans should not get used to that.
Yeah.
Like we should enjoy it while it lasts. Because I don't think that part of his game can't last forever. It just can't. He's going to get old. He'll eventually get older. And honestly, we don't want. I was talking about this last night. Carson Wentz hasn't been the same dude since he got hurt in LA.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that to happen to Daniel. And Daniel will take a shot every once in a while. And I'm like, man, that can't. I don't care how big he is. I don't care how athletic he is. I don't care how tough he is. Eventually, he'll get hit the wrong way, and now he's strictly just a pocket passer. And I think he's a good pocket passer. Don't get me wrong. He was dropped. Look, I've said this before. This is another thing about content creators. I hated the name Danny Dimes. I still hate it.
I never used that name once.
I don't ever use it in my videos. I hate the Danny Dimes.
You got to earn your nickname.
I hate that damn name.
You got to earn it. I don't understand.
New Yorkers do it all the time.
But here's the thing.
They did it with Linsanity. They've done it.
Oh, God, Linsanity. But here's the thing. When you start anointing these guys that they're great before they are, when you start giving them the Danny Dimes nickname, you start talking about, when you do that, you put that added pressure on them. That's what New York fans do. They build these guys up before they should be. And then when they come back down to earth, they overreact and they think it's the end of the world. Where you got to take it in stride. You got to realize he's a young quarterback. Don't build him up too high, so that way you're setting him up for failure. Mm-hmm. That's what the New York media does. You know that as well as I do.
But he was legitimately dropping dimes against Philly.
Oh, he played great.
He was legitimately.
Best game as a pro, probably.
And I understand the guys going nuts like, oh, let's wait till he gets number one receiver. I understand that excitement talk. But man, I'm having so much fun in this year. Why the hell would I want to think about next season? I don't understand. I don't get that. Like, let's enjoy the moment now. And why do we have to worry about who the hell our number one receiver is next year? Yeah, Golden Tate's going to be gone. No shit. Like,
Golden Tate's gone. Golden Tate's gone.
And then this is a funny one. Like when Marcus Golden was traded, which by the way, I said he sucked. I said he was a good player on a bad defense last year.
He never fit the scheme.
Okay, but he fit the scheme last year.
Yeah,
but this year he didn't fit the scheme. And then all of a sudden, you had Giant fans like saying, "Oh, here we go. Here goes the fire sale." Like, no, Marcus Golden just sucked. Like,
by the way, let's talk about how good a move that was by Gettleman.
Yeah,
you got him back on the provision for $5.1 million. Nobody exceeded it, and he got a free 6th-round pick out of it.
Yeah.
He literally got us a free 6th-round pick.
And by the way, but nobody wanted Marcus Golden. And I understand that he got him. Nobody wanted him in the offseason.
The other thing, Mike Too Nice actually brought this up. How about the extension of Nick Gates before the year started? We got him on like a $3 million a year contract over the next 2 years. How good does that look right now?
I'm not sure. I think Gates is going to be the future center for this team. I do. I'm not so sure just yet, though.
I don't know if he's going to be the center.
I don't know.
I think he's going to be. I think he's going to be a piece, though, regardless on the offensive line because the guy can play all over.
And honestly, all of them. All right. I mean, there's. I'm going to tell you something else. I'm not so sure either that Solder's gone.
I am.
I'm not so sure.
Why would you bring Solder back?
Andrew Thomas has to show us something.
I
understand
that kind of money.
I understand that the whole. I get that, but I'm saying it's not, to me. It's not a foregone conclusion yet that Solder's completely gone. I'm saying it's likely. I get that. I'm with you. Just like I think it's likely the Golden Tate's gone, but I would not say it's a foregone conclusion. See, I'm talking about next year. I don't even like talking about next year.
Right.
But the fact is there's a lot of strong opinions about the Giants as far as the next offseason goes. Draft, free agency, and I don't understand why we can't just live in the moment right now. Even our coach Joe Judge is very much like that, where he doesn't want to talk even about the standings. If the media people even ask him like, "Hey, well, you want to talk about the stand?" He doesn't even care. He's like
Belichick.
And that's what I'm like.
On to Cincinnati.
I wish the fan base acted that way too. I wish the fan base would be 100% behind the players currently on this roster and not make them out to be just this absolute awful player. There's no question that my number one enemy is Evan Ingram. Like, he's got to go. But I will root for Evan. I'm not going to sit here and say that
I'm going to tell you what. You're going to be upset next year because I think Ingram's going to be back. I think he's going to be back for one more year.
No.
What do you think? We're going to trade him? What are you going to get for him?
We got to do something.
What are you going to get for him?
We got to do something.
Ingram's going to be back. I'm telling you right now.
No way. Listen, I'd say there's no way Evan Ingram's on this team next year.
Let's make a bet right now.
What do you not the strap. You're not taking the strap from me.
I don't know. We got to take
the strap.
We got to think of something.
I mean, I think Solder, I think there's a chance that Solder stays, and I think there's a chance that Evan Ingram's gone. But I'm not really locked into. I get the cap space and all this and that, but I really believe that you've seen Joe Judge with this whole Colombo deal show that the importance of the offensive line. He has made it known because even he even immersed himself into the conversation.
Yep.
He came. I mean, he literally forced himself.
How much of a boss move was that?
It's a great move, and I love it. I love that he did that, and I don't mind about the Colombo, which I'm going to get to Jason Garrett too, because I know there's 1,000 Jason Garrett rumors, and I don't think that those are necessarily true either. I think that Joe is going to end up doing what he feels is best about giving the best offensive line going forward. That's why I'm not so sure that's why I don't think you can write off Solder, because if Solder is the best option, then the plan, because I think the original plan was Andrew Thomas, right tackle.
That was the initial. I think that was the initial plan, yeah.
You could still have that a plan going forward, even though Pert all of a sudden.
He's looked good when given the opportunity.
Man, well, yeah. I mean, he honestly do you think that there's a possibility that Thomas is the right tackle and he's the left tackle for the future?
Anything's possible. I mean, I remember I did a video on this. So I forgot who it was. Somebody said that before the year started, that they felt like long-term that Parrott could have been the better left tackle prospect. But I actually think Andrew Thomas has played better the last 3 weeks. I know last week he had that holding penalty. But overall, I think Andrew Thomas has looked better. I think he's
probably because Joe Judge got involved.
I think Joe Judge definitely got involved. So, and hopefully DeGuglielmo comes in here and he does a good job. He did a great job with the Colts a couple of years ago. So I still believe in Andrew Thomas. I still think he was the right pick.
Oh, he did great with the Colts. The Colts had one of the best offensive line in the league. They went
from the worst to the first. Of course, yeah. Nelson had a lot to do with that, but DeGuglielmo was the offensive line coach for that football team.
So here's I want to talk about Jason Garrett before we start letting people guest on and whatnot. I do not understand why anybody thinks that Colombo and Jason Garrett are tied at the hip. Why? Just because Colombo got fired does not mean, in my opinion, that Jason. First of all, I have actually enjoyed the play calling the last few weeks. I'm not saying every play's been great, but I think that there's been, I can't remember what week it was, but it was somewhere along the lines of the first 3 weeks. It's almost like we couldn't do anything as an offense. We had nothing. Jason Garrett couldn't get anything going. Our running game looked awful the first couple of weeks.
We couldn't block.
We couldn't do anything. Yeah. But then all of a sudden, we got a little creativity about our playbook. Things started happening. I think Jason figured out the personnel a little more, And we've had a much better running game lately. Our play calling, to me, has been very creative. I don't know why. I don't know how anybody can look at the Giants after 10 games and say, man, Jason Garrett's done a bad job. I don't think he has.
I'm going to give you some numbers about Garrett, okay? We've run for over 100 yards now 5 straight weeks. It's the first time we've done that since 2015. Yeah. We've scored over 20 points 6 consecutive weeks. That's the first time we've done that since 2014. We're averaging 24 points a game, which would be around middle of the league, with a team that's still learning the offense with their best weapon out. The offense is leaps and bounds better than it was at the start of the season. There's no doubt about it, that it is a much better offense, and Garrett deserves some credit for that. I think the articles that have come out bashing Jason Garrett and linking him to Colombo, I said in my video today, I'm like, how Jason Garrett would be a hypocrite if he was upset about the New York Giants firing Colombo, even though he was probably Garrett influenced. He was Garrett's offensive line coach at Dallas. I'm sure, he went to Judge. He said, I think this guy could do a good job for us. I'm sure that he's buddy-buddy with him, but he's the same guy that fired his offensive line coach midseason in 2018 and hired Colombo. So how could he not understand where Judge is coming from? He did the same thing 2 years ago. So I don't see Garrett being that upset about that move.
But if you and I are going to go work at Costco.
Yeah.
And
I got work at Costco.
I don't know. I'm just saying. If we and I are going to get a job at Costco, and I got the job first, and I go to the manager and say, "Listen, I got this guy named Chris. I think he's going to do a good job. I think he'd work really good in the grocery department. I think like you should hire him." I make a recommendation. Okay, so then they hire you, Chris, and then you get fired. That doesn't mean that I'm potentially on the chopping block just because I recommended you.
No, it just means you have dumb friends.
I mean, but what I'm saying, but that doesn't mean like I don't understand why even the media or even these content creators are like, okay, well, I mean, Jason Garrett might be next. I don't get it. Listen. It doesn't make any sense. It just seems like clickbait.
It's a slow news week. It's the bye week, and that's what the reporters on ESPN and that's what they're dialing up right now because they know.
Do you understand the harm that can do? We don't need that. I mean, do you hear any of that stuff ever coming out of New England? I know New England's not a great team.
I don't follow them, but we all know that the New York media is ferocious. We all know that. That's obvious. That's why people come to YouTube. To get away from it.
Yeah, but they're getting it here too.
Yeah,
they're getting it here too. Like that's and if the media and content creators are going one way, and all of the viewership and all of the readers are thinking the way of the person that's publishing this, well, then that's the opinion in the stands. Granted, there's nobody in the stands, but you get what I mean. It just gets to a point where it's a swirls of just nonsense, and then next thing you know, the organization's got to make a move because, well, this story came out, and then there's just drama. I don't want that. I mean, that'd be awful for us. It would be awful if Jason Garrett is not our offensive coordinator.
Horrible, catastrophic.
It would be it'd be terrible.
You would be asking Daniel Jones to learn 3 schemes in 3 years. Like you might as well just say we want you to fail. Like no. You're making them learn English year 1, Chinese year 2. Now you're making them learn Spanish year 3.
It doesn't be terrible.
Doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. The only guy that would make sense to me maybe Shuplinski because he's his quarterback coach this year and there's some familiarity there. But regardless, and that's only if Garrett gets a job. Maybe Garrett gets a head coaching gig, whatever. But I do not voluntarily go out of my way to fire Jason Garrett when this offense looks like it's starting to click and Daniel Jones seemingly just started to grasp the playbook. You don't do that.
I just don't. For some reason, it's like Jason Garrett has the same bad juju that Dave Gettleman has. Yeah. It's like you already had a bad opinion of him for some reason coming into the season, and you're just waiting for one slip up so that you can complain about him.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
I think Jason Garrett, this is honestly dead serious. I think the Cowboys made a terrible mistake at letting Jason Garrett go.
I'll tell you what, man.
I think they made a terrible mistake.
I tell you what, and I don't know if they did or didn't, but I'll tell you what, Jason Garrett looks a lot better today than he did when they fired him because the Cowboys were 8-8 or better every year under Jason Garrett. Here's what I'll say. I don't know if they made a terrible mistake. I do think McCarthy's had bad luck. They've had a ton of injuries this year, including Dak Prescott. But I never thought McCarthy was a good hire there. I never liked McCarthy. I don't necessarily think that the Cowboys made a mistake moving on from Garrett because he kind of overstayed his welcome. It's kind of like the Marvin Lewis situation. Like he was competitive year in and year out, but they never really did anything. So I understood moving on from Garrett, but they brought in the wrong guy. That's my opinion. But I still think I think Garrett's a good OC, though. I think Garrett's a good OC.
I mean, I think Garrett kind of got some bad luck, honestly, in Dallas. I mean, Romo at the end of his career was hurt.
Well, plus he's got Jerry Jones, and I think Jerry Jones is way too controlling over there. Like when they brought in.
That's the problem. Jerry Jones is the problem.
Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, he puts himself. That's why I say I think Jason Garrett actually is a really good coach. I don't know if he's. I think he's much better in the role he's in, and a coordinator than a head coach. But I don't think he's a terrible head coach. I think he has some qualities at being. I actually think he's a better head coach than Pat Shurmur was.
Oh yeah, I agree with that. Garrett won Coach of the Year twice.
I don't think Pat Shurmur would have had as good of a years as Jason Garrett did as the head coach of Dallas.
I think Shurmur's a great OC, horrible head coach.
I honestly feel like Jason Garrett got some bad luck in Dallas. Romo got hurt, back into his career. That messed him up. They end up getting Prescott. I mean, Prescott had to be at some point coached up. I mean, what round was he again?
Fourth, I think.
He was like a fourth or maybe even a fifth.
Yeah, I think he was a fourth, but he might have been a fifth.
But yeah, he was not like you're talking about a first-round draft pick. The fact that they were able to get production out of him and he looks as good as he does, I mean, to me, it's like I thought that was a good thing for Jason Garrett. So for me, like I was excited about seeing Daniel Jones, a true first-round draft pick, get to work with a guy like Jason Garrett if he was able to make Dak look as good as he did. And I think Daniel's coming around. I've loved his game the last few weeks, and it's not because they've won. It's because late in these games when we need that second half against the Eagles, when the Eagles were hitting us hard out of the halftime, looking like they were making a run to take the lead and beat us, Daniel was answering back every single drive that we needed him to. Like he was making those plays, and that was always what was great about Eli. Is Eli in those a lot of fourth quarters would make those key drives to either put the game away or help the Giants win. And that's why when you ask me if Daniel can be good as Eli, I'm starting to get on board with that because Daniel actually has an element to his game that Eli never had, and that's running.
The thing I'll say about Daniel that's really impressed me the last 2 weeks, well, it's the obvious answers is the turnovers and his ball security as well. You really saw it at the goal line. They ran 2 RPOs on the same goal on the inside, like the 10-yard line. They ran it with him twice, and both times you could see it. Like he went out of his way to make sure he secured that football. He is leaps and bounds better in that area than he was last year, which I think we could all agree was his biggest weakness coming into the year. And I think I don't know if I could say yet that he's completely overcome it, but he is much better in that area. And you could really start to see him take control at the line of scrimmage too. I notice him calling out a lot more audibles at the line of scrimmage. He's gotten the defense on a couple of hard counts the last couple of weeks. You could see him starting to mature as a quarterback with his decision-making as well. So I've been encouraged with Jones the last 2 weeks. I need to see him continue to do it the last 6. But I thought this going into the year, if anybody watching my channel, I said the first 5-6 weeks, I thought he'd struggle. And I thought the second half of the season, you'd see a different quarterback. So far, you've seen that. We need to see him continue to do it over the last 6.
I mean, the interesting thing is we've seen the type of – so we went from – they wanted quarterbacks to be like tall, like 6'7", big dudes, right? They wanted where they were true pocket passers. Like wasn't it like Gleason or somebody like that got like a huge contract from the Bears because he was
what's his Glennon,
not Gleason, Glennon. They wanted their quarterbacks to have this certain way, and now all of a sudden you're getting these quarterbacks that are like Kyler Murray, Russell Wilson, where they're smaller guys. Even you see it at the BYU quarterback in Zach Wilson, where they're like smaller, compact guys. It's almost like they're middle infielders in baseball. Like they have these little weird, they throw with these little arm angles, and they're very much like baseball players. I would say so. That's like the quarterback that everybody wants now is those kind of guys. And I think Daniel is actually a combination of old with new. You're getting a bigger guy who has the ability to work his feet, to make those really interesting throws that you see with, don't get me wrong, I'm not trying to say Kyler Murray and Daniel Jones are the same type of quarterback, but what I'm saying, that's why I think that Daniel Jones is such a great prospect, because he's a mixture of the things that you really want from a quarterback, right? If he can have the career let's say like a Tom Brady or a Peyton Manning, for example.
Come on.
Those are big dudes. What I'm saying is those guys didn't have the things that Daniel have.
He's got to improve his decision making.
Yes, but what I'm saying is, from a raw talent standpoint, Peyton Manning could not run out of the pocket like Daniel Jones. Peyton Manning had a great brain.
But Peyton Manning couldn't run out of the pocket like a lot of horrible quarterbacks too. So all I'm saying, like Cordell Stewart or whoever.
All I'm saying is he has the tools.
I think he'd be a good quarterback. I think he'd be.
It's all about what's between the ears.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And to me,
and the team around him, we got to improve the team around him.
To me, if I like his game, this will kind of lead us to Gettleman. To me, that's Dave Gettleman's that's his baby, right? If Daniel Jones is doing well, that was a ballsy pick when he picked him.
That was that was his second ballsiest move. His first ballsiest was trading Odell Beckham.
For me, well, the OBJ thing was still to this day, I think, the right move.
I agree with that. It was ballsy.
It was such a right move, and that's why I can't stand the anti-Dave Gettleman haters, because, again, I still feel like Dave Gettleman has done what we've asked him to do, and I think he's done a great job at it. And getting rid of OBJ was a tough pill to swallow, but it was the right thing to do.
Listen,
it was the right thing.
You're not going to get an argument from me there. You'll get an argument from probably 80% of the people in this chat, but you will not get an argument from me there. I thought it was the right decision. I thought it was a ballsy decision. And I grew a lot of respect for Gettleman when he did it. So it
was the right. I mean, looking back on it, OBJ and his career has pretty much died in Cleveland. Okay, and I'm not happy. I wasn't happy when he got hurt, but even before he got hurt, he was doing nothing practically. But with the Giants, I think was it today? Was today the 6-year anniversary of the catch?
Might have been. I mean, it's around. Yeah, maybe.
I think today is the anniversary of when he made the catch. Honestly, that was the worst thing that ever happened to him.
Yeah, he got an ego.
It was the worst thing. We still lost the game. It was terrible. It was actually not a good thing that it happened. For me, the only thing I'm sad about on the OBJ thing is I wish Daniel had got to play with somebody of his talent.
I think he's going to. I think we're going to draft a receiver or sign one this offseason. I think you will. I think he's going to.
Who do you want it to be next season?
I don't want to talk next season.
You love talking about it.
You
love talking about it. Go ahead.
I don't want to talk next season. I want to talk about the Bengals. But no. I think that'll be prime objective number one on the offensive side of the football. I don't know. I don't know if they're going to attack it a free agency or the draft. But you hear names: Allen Robinson, Kenny Golladay, Corey Davis on the Titans. He's a possible target. Sammy Watkins. You could go in the draft with a guy like Chase. But I think the Giants will make it a point, kind of like they did with Eli year 2. Getting Plaxico Burress, I think they'll make it a point to make sure they get him another target.
It's going to be a big guy.
Yeah, which would be Kenny Golladay or
it's going to be a big guy. Dave Gettleman loves his big guys.
He does. Kelvin Benjamin was 6'5".
Kelvin Benjamin, Plaxico Burress. He was part of the group that got Plaxico.
Yeah, and that's what they need. I mean, you look at this receiver core right now. We don't have height.
He's going to get a big guy. I know he is. That's why I don't get into the Juju.
No, I don't want Juju.
Juju's not 6'4". Juju's not 6'5". It's gonna be a big guy. I mean, you can literally cut him in half. To me, it's gonna be a big guy. It just is. But anyways, I guess you want to open up the bring some people on.
Let's rock and roll.
Let's bring some people on.
Let's rock and roll. Who we got? Oh, you posted the link right now.
No, I'm gonna post the link.
We didn't even get the chance to talk Gettleman.
Somebody asked us about Gettleman. Somebody asked us.
When are you going to change the belt, Pizzle? Or are you keeping it that way?
I don't know. I kind of like it like this.
Yeah.
It's not that I know some people are like, oh, it's a star, but what I would like to do is I'd like for it to be on the line week 17. And if the Giants beat the Cowboys, which they are, I've already said that they are, then we'll give it a more permanent look. I hope Michael comes and just checks out this stream or video, and he's just like, that's it. Like, this is it. This is the original thing. Philly covered it up.
Right. He wasn't trying to embarrass him.
He wasn't trying to, but I want see his name.
You want it to hurt.
Anthony,
You want it to hurt.
I want it to hurt. That's Michael Anthony Fitness. Can I tell you something, Tanner? This thing, it don't smell good. It's got a weird smell to it, and I don't know.
Do you think that weird smell came from Philly 500 or Michael Anthony Fitness?
I don't know, but one of the clips where you buckle the belt on, like one of the clips fell off, and I hope Mark don't blame me for that because it was off before I got it. So I don't know if Philly 500 has been rough with this bad boy or what, but it don't smell good. And it could use a facelift.
I agree.
She's mine right now, you know, and I'm letting her be what she wants to be. All right, we're gonna get to these. Let's go here. Let's see. I need to get. Yeah, we'll do 3 right there. What's up? Is it Micah? Micaiah. I messed that all up.
Yeah, it's good. It's good.
What's up, Micaiah?
How you guys doing?
What's up, buddy?
Hold on. Wait a minute. I messed.
There you go. That's good. Right, that was good.
Yeah, we'll do that right there.
What's
up, Micaiah?
What's up? How you guys doing?
Good. Thanks for tuning in.
Just being the champ.
Yeah. Oh, the champ. Yeah. No, you guys. I mean, technically, I think Dallas is gonna win the division, but you know, neither here nor there.
Are you a Giants fan or a Cowboys fan?
I'm actually an Eagles fan. Sadly, you know, we're not.
Well, that's sad.
Yeah. It's
okay. Well, why do you think? Just out of curiosity, why do you think Dallas is going to win? And I'm not saying that that's a terrible. I mean, obviously, I want the Giants to, but why do you feel that's the case?
Just based off like the rest of their schedule. I mean, their schedule is like I think one of the easiest in the league, and then on top of it, just how they played last night. They played pretty well against Minnesota, and I think Andy Dalton will hold it down definitely. I just think overall they have the best shot. Yeah.
I definitely think that Andy Dalton is going to play better now that he's had a few weeks to get adjusted to the system. I think that matters. Like,
yeah, I think COVID too, like earlier in the season. That definitely.
I agree. The team that scares me the most is the Cowboys.
The Cowboys scared me.
I think the Eagles are done. I think the Eagles are cooked. Washington, I don't know. I don't know. I think it's gonna be the Giants or the Cowboys. I think those are the 2 best teams in the division right now. Yes. Cowboys starting to hit their stride, and maybe they took a little time, kind of like the Giants did with the new coaching staff. But I agree. I think those are the 2 best teams in the division right now.
What happened to your birds, Bakai?
I just in general for the next like 5 years, I think we're in like cap hell next year.
Oh yeah, you're screwed.
Yeah, it's over for us. I mean, Carson Wentz is just washed. And then Doug Peterson all plays to save his life. Harry Roseman doesn't know how to draft.
Blow it up, huh?
We're in trouble.
Blow it up.
I don't see this team unless Doug Peterson grows a set and starts Jalen Hurts, which even then I don't even know if then we'll be all right. But that's I think the only.
Okay, let me tell you something about your organization. Okay.
Yeah,
they put a statue up of Nick Foles.
Yeah.
I still don't understand that. Pizzle.
You know what I'm saying? We put it. You guys put up a statue.
I get it, Pizzle. It's their only Super Bowl, so I get that.
No, but like you could make up a statue of anything, but Nick Foles.
I know.
And Peterson, by the way, Peterson sucks. I know he won the Super Bowl. He's a horrible coach.
He's doing bad. I mean, I don't understand why he just doesn't give up play calling. Like he's such a bad. I mean, he can't call plays to save his life. I don't understand why he doesn't give it up, but I think it's his ego.
Honestly, seriously, sometimes when you win, you actually really lose.
Yeah. No.
And what I'm saying by that, and you know who said that? Gloria said that in White Man Can't Jump. Okay, you need to go back and watch that scene. If you have you seen that movie?
No, I haven't seen that movie.
Damn it, man! It's a great basketball movie. Anyways, you need to watch that movie. Pizzle, Pizzle giving you some movie tips.
Yeah.
But what it's saying is you guys won, but now you've had this thing that you think the system works.
Exactly.
And the fact is, the stars just aligned perfectly.
Yeah, Frank Wright. It was Frank Wright.
Yeah, it's Frank Wright.
Yeah. No, I really think, even in him with Indianapolis, you see him, he's doing really well, I think.
They honestly, Indy's a sneaky AFC team.
Yeah.
Got a great line over there.
They look pretty dangerous over there.
They're sneaky.
Insane. I mean, their defense is really good. But
Makai, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you for having me. Thank you so much.
You got it, brother.
Thank you for coming on, buddy.
God, Eagles. Could you imagine the torment that's going to be?
I'm gonna tell you, man. Eagles fans, man. I don't feel bad for them because we had to deal with a lot of suffering against that football team for a long time. I think.
Yeah, but how could you make that decision to being an Eagles fan? Like that just.
Yeah.
That's tough.
Yeah, that is tough.
That's tough. Stone Sour 8, are you there?
Yes, sir.
There we go.
We got the headgear on.
Oh, yeah.
You about
First
to hit
time,
somebody?
long time. Oh, yeah.
Okay. What's up?
Yeah, Bengals fan's about to get it.
Okay. So if a Bengals fan walked in the room right now, you're going helmet to helmet.
Yes, sir. 15-yard penalty. Might be ejected.
He's got the visor and everything. I love it.
Hey, I think it looks good. I think it looks sharp.
You got the visor with yours too, don't you, Pizzle?
Yeah, I got two helmets that got black visors on them. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think honestly, let me ask you this, Stone Sour.
Yeah.
If you were actually a Giants player, is that the helmet and the look you would go for?
I do like the one that they wore, the throwback. But
No, I'm saying like, is that the style of face mask you would actually wear?
Yeah, it'd be.
I'm gonna tell you my favorite face mask.
So would you wear? Hold on. Would you wear the black visor too?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, Entertainah. Go ahead.
The best face mask in Giants history, Justin Talk.
Oh yeah, that's pretty wicked.
Do you remember? He had like 1,000 lines on the face. I loved it. I
like that too. But I think LT's, one with the bar down. I think that's iconic.
That was cool.
I think that's a very iconic look. You don't ever hardly see it anymore, but it's got an old school feel. Well, what's up, Stone Sour? What do you got for us?
I wanted to talk Saquon. I know you guys don't want to talk about next season, but what are we gonna do with him? Should we trade him?
I get asked this question all the time about Saquon.
I think it's kind of crazy to even think about trading.
I get asked this question. Okay, Pizzle, are you in the stock market? Do you have any stocks?
I actually do.
Okay, so when you are in the stock market, when you're going to sell a stock, do you sell it when it's low, at an all-time low, or do you sell it when it's a little bit higher?
Oh, a little higher.
Okay, so right now, would you agree that Saquon Barkley is as low as he possibly could be?
Yes.
So
which is why you don't trade him.
Why would you sell him?
Yeah, you don't sell him right now.
You don't sell him. We're not trading Saquon Barkley. Now, I'm not saying we'll never trade Saquon Barkley. We don't know what the future entails. But
this is the same thing that happened with when I thought it was nonsense of people saying that we're going to trade Evan Ingram. He's at his low. No one wants him.
Right.
No one. You know what I'm saying? Like no one wants him. And on top of it, like the other issue with Saquon, and I've always thought this was an issue the day we drafted him, which I agreed with the draft pick. But you're eventually going to have to pay him. And some teams are not interested, like New England, for example. Like you never see them have a number one high-priced running back, for example. Right. There are just some teams that just don't do it. So I don't know if anybody even wants to take on. So I think your options are limited. But there's no way that they would trade him. No way.
What if a team offers a big-time receiver?
But it's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. So
we're just thinking fantasy land right now. It's not going to happen.
That's what I'm saying. And I'm not saying you're an idiot, Stone Sour, or a booger eater or anything like that. What I'm saying is that's not even possible. There's no way. There's no way anybody would.
He's coming over.
If somebody knocked on our door and said, "Yeah, we'll give you 3 first-round draft,"
The other thing everybody has said about this, and this wasn't a normal ACL tear. This was a bad one. It was so bad that he couldn't get the surgery until I think like 3 or 4 weeks after the fact. Because he had a ton of damage. And what everybody has said is he's not going to be Saquon for probably 2 years. So if you're a team knowing that he's only got 2 years left on his rookie deal, why are you going to be making a trade right now? It doesn't add up to me.
Got it.
I mean, to me, I think what you do with him is get him to the point of, either he's on his last year of his deal, right? Kind of like a baseball trade,
right?
Where you get to the point where the contract runs out next year, and you're not going to sign him. So you
could always franchise tag him for 1 year.
You could franchise. I think the Titans just did that with Derrick Henry.
The Steelers did it with Le'Veon Bell.
I mean, so there's examples of that. I really think that that's going to determine what Joe Judge wants. I don't know if Dave Gettleman will have. I mean, Dave Gettleman will have a say, assuming all these parts are.
By that point, Gettleman might not be here either. He'd be
that's what I'm saying. I mean, the parts still have to be here, but I would think Joe Judge will have an idea. I will say this: they've done a lot without Saquon. I think Gallman has really stepped up his game.
Yep. He's
really played a real role. But I'll say this: for whatever reason, the running game's been getting better, and it does make me wonder what would Saquon have done if he had been able to have these lanes like Gallman's been having lately.
I think he would have done a lot.
I mean, I still think that we can't really just rule Saquon out as far as the future goes. But this idea, Stone Sour, like,
that's rainbows and butterflies.
Yeah, I mean, yeah. We're in fantasy land. If you think it's not possible. Whoever told you that, tell them to go kick rocks because it ain't possible.
A Cowboys fan told me that.
Who did?
A Cowboys fan.
Cowboys fan.
He told you that.
Ooh,
I mean, it's a cow. I mean,
do the Cowboys want Saquon? They want
what logical move has the Cowboys made in the 21st century? You know what I'm saying? Like, what logical move have they? Hey, I'm going to talk about somebody that might need to get traded. Is Zeke? You know, I mean, Zeke is on. I mean, he hasn't been playing great. You need to tell the Cowboys fan, hey, worry about your own damn boy.
I'm going to tell you, the Cowboys made a mistake drafting CeeDee Lamb, and I like CeeDee Lamb. Guy's a fantastic player, but they already had good wide receivers. And you look at that defense; it's horrible. I think they should have addressed the defense before they took another wide receiver, or they shouldn't have extended Amari Cooper.
Stone Sour, I appreciate you joining us, man.
No problem, Joe. You have a good one.
You look good in your helmet, brother.
Keep it on. Sleep with it all night.
Sleep with it. You just need to be protected all night long just in case the Bengals fan walks in. You never know.
Love it.
Sneaky G-Man.
Hey, what's going on, man?
You know what? I can get off right now. I've made it. I'm on with the Entertainah and the champ. It's been real. I'm out. That's all I need.
What's up, man?
Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy Stephen, aka Sneaky G. Man, what is up? What's going on, champ? I just got to tell you, congratulations. First of all, congratulations.
I appreciate it, Sneaky G, man.
How does it fit when you weren't around the? It
actually fits really good.
Yeah, good.
It fits well. It fits really well.
I do have to ask. Did you? And I know I don't envision this, Pizzle, just so you know. Have you worn it naked yet?
That might be why it smells funky.
Yeah, that might. I might have already made a video and I just haven't posted it yet. You might watch me make a video where I'm walking to the mailbox butt ass naked with it.
I got it. So I know you and I Entertainah. It's I've been watching you on YouTube.
Listen, man, I've seen you. I know you. You want to come on my channel anytime.
Hey, you. I like you. I like you
too.
What about me?
Well,
I'm just saying.
I've already invited you over for some gumbo. So
let me tell you what, there's a lot of people in the comment section that loves Entertainer's haircut tonight.
Right?
Do they?
They love the haircut.
My brother's getting married, so I got to cut. He's getting married in a couple of days, which is probably not the best time to do it right now with everything going on, but he decided to. And thank you.
He's a rebel.
He is a rebel.
So I will say, while you guys were talking, I did make a couple notes real quick. And while I'm looking for it, Pizzle, did you enjoy that clip that I sent you the day after the victory? Entertainah, let me tell you straight up. So I had a bet with Philly Sports Guy, and the first time they played the Eagles, so I had to sing the Eagles song, Fly Eagles, Oh, yeah, I had to sing the song. And the second time we won, he now has to buy Sneaky G-Man merch, dresscomfy.com. And it's going to be, he's going to have me on his chest, and it's going to be so pretty. So pretty.
Love it.
And so the video that I sent Pizzle was he to his credit, he called me minutes after the game, still fully makeup on, and I had it in the background playing "Oh Happy Day" from Sister Act.
Right.
And it was, the look on his face was just priceless. I loved it.
Love it. Where are you from?
I'm originally from Arizona.
Uh-huh.
I've been a diehard fan. At an early age, I fell in love with Phil Simms, and
you're big on TikTok and Instagram.
Oh yes, I'm on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. I just now launched my my second podcast. The first podcast, I have 2 Dallas Cowboys on. It's called Cruise. That's 2 RUCE name, and and we had a great show last night, and I'll even drop this bomb before I get off. And I have another podcast called Making It Count, the Sneaky podcast. So just a little busy. Yeah, I have nothing else to do, I guess. I guess I'm not too busy.
You love your team, man. You want to rep them. I get it.
Oh, wait. Entertainah, have you seen my tattoo?
Let me see it.
Oh.
I've seen the tattoo.
Yeah. You got to get baptized. Hold up.
Oh, hell yeah. I love that.
That's a serious tattoo.
Yeah, you're going to have to add a ring to that soon. I'm telling you, soon.
Oh, there's plenty of room.
Good.
Plenty of room.
Good.
So I did jot down just a couple notes. I want the Bucks. If I'm that petty though. I'm that petty.
What do you mean you want the Bucks?
In the playoffs? If we were to play them in the first round, I would love to beat Brady. One more time in the playoffs. Just one more time.
Well, let's think about the teams we could play. We could potentially play the Bucks. We could possibly play the Saints. Whoever wins that South, we would get the loser. We could potentially play the Cardinals. We could potentially play
the Rams,
the Seahawks, the Rams. So those are the teams I think we're looking at. The North, I think it's going to be the Packers are going to win the division. So those are the 4 or 5 teams we're looking at. I don't think any. I think they all have holes. I think they're all beatable. And some. I'm not saying we beat them, but I don't think any of them I'd be like over the top scared of.
Right. I honestly, when I look at the NFC, it's open. It is so open, and it's just a matter of getting that lucky bounce. I mean, that's all it takes. And my second note thing, I'm with you guys. I get a lot of comments about the draft. I get a lot of comments, before we won our games about tanking for Trevor, which I totally disagree. We need to be week to week. We need to focus on the Bengals, be 1-0 this week, and then worry about next week.
Exactly.
But the fan base has become so just fragile. So fragile.
They're so used to losing.
They've got, but I mean,
it's like in their head. Tank.
Well, we were good for a really extended period of time. From that, I won't even say even just a little bit, even before the 07-08 championship, all the way up to
we made the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, but even with 2016, we made the playoffs.
Even if you go back before you, 2000, we made the Super Bowl. 02, we lost to the Niners in the playoffs. We had a stretch there. I
just don't understand why it's almost like to me, the Cowboys have had a harder time than the Giants have.
Yes.
They got 2 playoff wins since 95?
No, nothing. 3. It was 3 playoff games since 95.
But they've hardly done anything. I couldn't imagine this fan base rooting on the Redskins. Or Washington, Washington football team, what do you want to call them? You know what I'm saying? They've had it even far worse than us. We've had some good times. We should actually feel a little bit fortunate.
This is what happens when you rebuild. And I get that we've been losing now for 7 out of 8 years, and it's been horrible. But the Giants started the rebuild last year, and when you rebuild, part of what comes with it is accepting losing. That's what comes with rebuilding. Because they
think that but a lot of people think we've been rebuilding since 2017.
But we haven't.
But that's not. Yeah, we haven't.
No, we haven't.
We've been rebuilding since last year. And it was a mistake. I tell you that all the time. Some people put that on Maris. Some people put it on Gettleman. 2018 was an epic mistake.
Yeah,
we should not have tried to win and rebuild at the same time. We should have started the rebuild then. We didn't. It's a mistake. Move on. 2019, we started the rebuild. With that comes losing, but you're starting to see this team mature and get better. And by next year, if we keep this intact and we add a couple of pieces, all of a sudden you got a very dangerous football team.
And like you said earlier, if we get that playoff game is going to be huge just to give.
Which would be at home.
Yes, it'll be at home. Just give Daniel Jones just a little taste like it did for Eli. And then, then hopefully, I know you guys mentioned Daniel Jones, comparing him to Eli. I would love for him to be Eli Ness, if you will. It would be awesome. I'll be foaming at the mouth the next time we're in the Super Bowl and he, we go on a run. But again,
that's magical though. Yeah, that's magical. I don't ever expect that. That was magical, Eli, man, in those 2 playoff runs.
Oh my, and we were 9-7. I mean, and in 07, we were 0-2. That win against Washington was huge.
We were this close to being 0-3.
Yes, that stop on the goal line.
Because everybody forgets that. The defense took a while to grasp the Steve Spagnuolo scheme. But when they did, then it started to click. And you're absolutely right. We were this close to being 0-3. And the best loss in the history of the franchise was Week 17 against the
Yes,
New
it
England
was.
Patriots.
Yeah.
Because that kind of catapulted us to go on that run.
When Bradshaw ran us in the playoff against Buffalo, was it 44 yards? I was running through. I was just like, we're in the dance. We're in the dance.
Great memories.
So real quick, I think I hit everything. Oh, the thing about McCarthy, you guys were talking about McCarthy. McCarthy loves control. Jerry Jones don't like to give up control. That's why McCarthy and Rodgers didn't get along. And what I think is funny, the day after, because I live here in Dallas, Entertainah. I don't know if you know that.
Oh, you're in enemy territory.
And I'm loving this is how I go outside every day. This is how I go outside every day. I wish somebody. No, I don't want to say that because people do get shot out here. When McCarthy was hired, the next day they had a big interview with him, and even the sports commentator challenged him about Aaron and his relationship and decisions being made on the team. McCarthy said, "The buck stops here. I make decisions on the team." What happened the next day? Moore was guaranteed a slot on the coaching staff. And we all know who made that call. We all know that.
Jerry Jones. And Kellen Moore was the worst. And I'm not saying he's a bad OC. I get that he's innovative. That was the worst type of OC to bring in. A pass-happy offensive coordinator with a team that should be run first. They got away from their roots, and I think that's why Dallas has started to plummet.
Yeah, and what I'll say about the whole Garrett possible rumor. Let's see. I had it here in a second. I'm going to say I don't believe Garrett's going to be gone next year because the article I read, Tiki Barber was on there as saying that. So I don't believe it.
I don't think Garrett. I mean, anything's possible. I'm not going to say definitively, but I'm definitely leaning that I think it's just a story they're trying to get clicks.
Nicky G hates Tiki so much.
Plus Tiki, it says right here, Tiki and Tyranny Ross Tucker says Giants. Hold on, no, it cut off. I don't like. We don't have to talk about that. I'm sorry.
Thanks for joining us tonight, man.
Thank you so much, buddy. Yeah, thank you so much for having me. And Pizzle, Entertainah. Let's go, Giants! Oh!
That's Nicky G. Follow him on TikTok, Instagram. He's a great follow. I love that guy. Harrison got Jolly.
Yo, what's up, Harrison?
How we going?
I've seen him on Twitter.
He's been on my channel before.
Yeah, he's everywhere.
Yeah, he's awesome. He got me a shirt. I gotta wear it more. He got me a shirt too.
I literally when I first ever got into Giants.
Wait a minute. We're from across the pond?
He's from New Zealand.
I didn't even know this.
Yeah, it's daylight there. He's having breakfast.
So I was like, what the hell was it daylight there? This is awesome.
It's 4:06 p.m. I just got back from I'm doing my first year. I'm in my first year of my primary teaching degree, so I just finished teaching today, so I just got home. There's all my rugby stuff, so that's how you can tell Kiwi. When I first ever got into Giants YouTube, because here it's just rugby and that's it. I was on YouTube just scrolling through watching, because back in the 2018 draft, all I wanted was Saquon. I didn't want Donald. And then first ever YouTube video of Giants YouTube was Copizzle, and it's like who the New York Giants will draft with the second pick. And he's like, I know this team like the back of my hand. And so I was like, okay, this guy knows. And so it's up to you.
What did I say?
Blue. You said it's gonna be Barkley, if not Donald. You said the best part about this is we have the worst drafting team in the history of the NFL at number 1, Cleveland. So they didn't take either of them. They just took Baker. So we got Barkley. So yeah, that was the first video I watched.
I thought that they would screw it up.
Yeah. No, duh. First video.
I wish I could do the New England accent as good as he does the Southern accent.
We did. So I watched that. Watched Kid Blue had a something about a LaShawn McCoy trade for the second pick, and so those were
Yeah,
back in those days.
Let me tell you what, I'm critical of Kid Blue. I make fun of Kid Blue a lot, but that's the reason why. Right there is what you just said. It's like, why the hell would we trade our second pick for LaShawn McCoy? You know what I mean?
Fun to watch now. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah. Yeah. No. But
I beat up on Kid Blue. He hated the OBJ trade.
To be fair, there's a lot of people.
I know a lot of people did, but what I'm saying is like, okay, well now you just got to eat some crow about it. Like it was the right thing to do. Just, and I beat him. I make fun. I just mess with him all the time. But anyway, it's just funny you bring up that situation.
I remember the day that trade happened, and I was furious because at the time, like now, obviously that's a great trade because you look what then again it is the Texans terrible trading, but they only got a second for Hop and a washed running back. So now that looks like a great trade. But at the time, I can see why he was mad because I was fuming because everyone here only really knows about like Odell, Tom Brady, and that's literally about it.
Yeah, anytime you trade a player that's like the face of the franchise,
that superstar status,
you're gonna have people reacting the way the Kid Blue did.
Yeah, no, definitely. But yeah, I was first ever YouTube video was Copizzle's that Giants video. So that's how I found Giants YouTube, and then took me to Taina's. Your channel was made just after the Barkley draft day.
Yeah, I started. I mean, probably around the start of the season was when I started to take it more seriously. Yeah, that year.
Yeah. So yeah, that's how I found Giants YouTube. So finally, it's pretty awesome to go on the two. I'd say what
time is it there? Like during game time, like when it's a regular Sunday. What time is it there?
That's the brutal bit. So if it's a primetime game, it's going to be around 2 or 1 p.m.
That's not bad.
And then
actually good.
Yeah.
Regular Sunday games is where it's a bit brutal because you've got to be up at 5 or 6 a.m. Depending on daylight saving. So
that's not that bad though.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I get up and watch them. Yeah, it's annoying when you have uni or now at schools on because we're all out at schools at the moment. I literally have to miss the rest of the game, and I have my phone powered off all day. So I'll just go to the toilet once a day and just check the score and go, please. And as of late, we've been kicking some serious ass. So and I honestly don't think everyone's like, oh, we're going to need to get a good 7 wins, and we've got to. Besides the Browns, Bengals, and Cowboys, who I think will win all those games, we've got to. I want to say we probably won't have to, but it would be nice to win either Cardinals, Ravens, or Seahawks, which is going to be. I'd say Seattle. We have the best chance purely on the fact that their defense. And Russ has been having some stinkers lately.
Russ has more picks than Danny, I think.
Yeah,
he's throwing more picks than Daniel Jones.
Yeah, so I think we. And then I looked at the Eagles. I really don't see them winning more than 5. So I think we need 7, but we could win this division on 6 and 10. Given
I think we need 7.
Yeah, I agree completely.
I think we need 7.
7 definitely gets us in. I think 6 gives us a decent chance, but 7 locks it up.
How long have you been a Giants fan, Harrison?
So when I was about because obviously here it's just literally rugby.
Yeah. So the reason I asked is because I get questioned all the time, like, how the hell did you become a Giants fan? And for you, like, it's got to be even crazier for you from like New Zealand, and of all the teams, and you picked the Giants.
Yeah, no, that was so.
You lost the bet, right?
No, it was actually so we had so my uncle he has a Giants helmet, and I saw that when I was like 3, and obviously I was 3.
Wow.
Over the head. So about year 7. So for us here, that's your first year of intermediate school. So first year of like sort of high school. So you're about 11, 10, and then so I was I was in the gym. We're all throwing a touch ball around. It's just a version of rugby, but touch instead of tackle. And then some boys were throwing around American football. I'm like, they're throwing the ball forwards. What are they doing? Because we just thought that's the silliest thing. And then we went, I was like, all right, whatever. I'll go over and see what it's about. And then they were like, oh, yeah, well, you've just got to get 10 yards and you get 4 goes every time. And here we play like rugby league where it's 6 tackles to go the whole field. And we're like, easy. And you get to throw the ball forward and backwards whenever you. So we thought it was easy. So we'd play it all the time at lunchtime. It was great fun. But I was like, wait, there's there's an American league because I love the NBA. I don't know if you can see him, but I've got a wee Russell Westbrook thing.
Yeah, you're a big Thunder fan, right?
Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have anyone on our team besides Shea. Anywho, we rebuild 2 rebuilding teams now. So I was like, all right, whatever. Downloaded Madden because everyone started playing Madden Mobile. Scrolling through, and then I recognized the big NY from my uncle's helmet. So I was like, well, I wanted New York Giants sounded. It rang a bell. It sounded familiar, and it was probably because I don't know. They're a historic, iconic franchise. Picked them, and I just didn't really care. Kind of drifted off in my mind. Then a few weeks later, I just turned on ESPN, and Super Bowl 42 was on, and there was this guy Tom Brady who, look at me, I'm undefeated, and they just gassed him up and made him so cool. And I was like, he reminded me of this Australian rugby player Quade Cooper who thinks he's the man, and everyone just hates him. So I was like, yeah, nah, not a fan of you, mate. And then saw Eli, and I was like, I saw the
helmet catch.
Play. People say that Julian Edelman's catch is the best Super Bowl play. Get out of here. Yeah. The helmet catch is the best. It's not a debate. So I saw him break out of that second. I was like, whoa. Threw it downfield, Tyree, one hand on the helmet, and the guy was just like, it was the greatest play in Super Bowl history. And so I was like, hey, no way the Giants still have him. And this was back in 2014. I think Eli just had his 27 interception season, I think, or something like that. And then it was his 31 touchdown year with Odell's rookie year, actually. So I got into football. That's why I had a bit of a soft spot for Odell, was because I got into Giants football his rookie year. So I watched the catch, and that's how Eli got me into Giants football. And I know Copizzle, more than anyone, was probably the biggest Eli defender of all time. Every single video he'd do about how Eli's not the problem, I'm in the comments at all these people like, yo, you're so dumb. And I was like, no, you're not. Shut up. He knows more. He's right. I was an angry little dude. I was like, how could you hate on Eli?
I love Eli too.
They were like,
I miss Eli. I miss Eli.
Yeah, they were like, oh, he's been washed for 6 years. And it's like, hang on a tick. In 2015, he had 35 touchdowns. And that's washed? Oh, okay. Okay, cool. Oh, wait, 2016, we went to the playoffs? Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right. So it was just amazing to me how much, and I got bullet, because everyone at school they don't know anything about football. They're all bandwagon Patriots fans. Andrew Luck was on the Colts at the time. They were like, oh, Colts, Broncos, Patriots. And I was a Giants fan. They were like, Eli sucks. He's so old. And stupid. So, was a Giants fan.
I'll tell you something. That's actually really cool, Harris. I'll tell you something funny that, since you're from New Zealand, I've always been fascinated with, and I don't put this stuff out there because most of my stuff is Giants, but I've always been fascinated with Australian culture, and I know Australians and New Zealand is completely two different things, but you guys sound similar. And so, listen, come back. You do. It's true. It's true.
How does everyone says this?
Listen, you'll like this. This is what's funny. Yeah, so I've always been fascinated with Australian culture. Like, I only watch like a handful.
I am too, actually. I don't understand how someone can be that delusional, but
I only watch like a handful of tennis tournaments throughout the year. I always watch the Australian Open. Yeah, like I'm fascinated with Australian for some reason. So, anyways, the doctor that delivered my last child, Maverick, he was they came in and they had what I thought was an Australian accent. And so I said, this is awesome. You're Australia, like you got an Australian accent. He goes, no, I'm from New Zealand.
Oh, yo, that's so
so like I immediately was like, oh shit, I just messed up because you guys don't like each other. But it's funny. I've messed up with that I've messed up with that accent before. And I always think it's cool. I always thought that's actually the one accent I wish I had was an Australian accent.
Yeah, no, Bad Dog said that in his stream as well.
That's the one I want.
Oh, Harrison with his I saw you on Taina's channel the other night with your Australian. Oh wait, no shit. I just started to do a British one for a second there. G'day, mate. So he's like, oh, that's your Australian. With your Australian accent. I was like, hey, yo, nah, because everyone here says, all the friends like, well, man, it's a really cool Australian accent. And I'm like, it's cute. Like, what's it like? We're all our slang is like, oh, like, kia ora, bro, how we going? And then there's Australian slang, oh, g'day, mate, throw another soup on the barbie. Like, how is that similar? We can't understand. It's like America, how there's like like their accent.
I always find it funny in our own country. The accents are so different.
You know,
Like Pizzle. I mean, we're not that far away.
You know what's funny is David just brought and this is he looks like Danny Dimes.
They said that when he was on my stream. They said the same thing.
He does. No,
he does look a bit more.
He looks just like Daniel Jones.
Every time. Okay. Yeah.
Harrison, thanks for joining us, man.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you very much.
Harrison,
see you later. Nice cut, by the way, Taina. I like your cut.
Thanks, Harrison. I appreciate it.
And I got my stanky red hoodie too. Bye-bye.
All right, buddy.
Harrison, that was I did not know he was from New Zealand. I've seen his name 100 times. I had no idea.
I didn't know until he came on my channel. But yeah, he's from New Zealand.
All right, we gotta try to get through some of this. Bigger Moink. Are you there?
He's an Eagles fan.
What's up? He's a big Eagles fan?
Oh yeah.
Is he a Philly 500 man?
What's up, Mike?
Oh, yeah, I'm Philly 500.
What's up?
All right, I got a question for you guys because I've heard some stuff out of specifically the Giants community, and I completely disagree with it. And I have a feeling that you guys are gonna side with the Giants community on this one. But I have a general question: Who is the best head coach in the NFC East? And before you ask, no, my answer is not Doug Peterson.
I mean, to me, if you're all right, there's two ways to answer this question. One is who's the most accomplished. The other is who's the guy that I want going forward.
Well, those are two different things.
The guy that I'd want going forward is on the New York Giants.
Well, then I'd agree with that, but
Well, then to me, that's the best head coach.
But no, because obviously, in my opinion, the best current head coach in the NFC East is Ron Rivera.
Ron Rivera, sure, because of the accomplishments.
Yeah, but that's because I'd rather have Judge for the future too, but that doesn't make him the best current head coach. I mean, everything Giants fans are saying about Joe Judge could semi-apply to Ron Rivera. Ron Rivera has the Redskins competing in games just like the Giants are. You know what I'm saying? Their team's improving. They're competing in games recently just like the Giants are. And they've had rotating QBs all season.
That's fair. I respect Ron Rivera. I like Ron Rivera. I think he's a good coach. But I'd rather have Joe Judge for the future.
I just wanted some perspective from Giants fans as to why they would think otherwise. I'm not saying it's an irrational take. I'm just confused because I thought this was a shoo-in.
Pizzle, go ahead.
I mean, honestly, if even if you tied the quarterback, you said even if I would honestly, sincerely say, fan or not, I want Joe Judge and Daniel Jones going forward.
The other thing I'm going to say about Rivera, and go ahead, Pizzle.
No, you go ahead.
The other thing I'll say about Rivera, and I like Rivera. I came out when we were doing the coaching search, and they kind of got him before the Giants were even starting to interview coaches. I like Rivera. I think he's a very good head coach. But I don't agree with some of the things he's done over there. I didn't agree with the moving on from Haskins that quickly, and I don't think Haskins is that good. But to only give that guy 3 or 4 starts this year, I thought he was a little quick on the gun there in a season in which you're not going to do much.
I agree with that.
So some of the things Rivera's done this year with Washington,
I agree.
I don't necessarily agree with.
I mean, Ron, he took a team that was 15-1 and wasn't able to win a Super Bowl.
Gettleman helped them build, by the way.
But they were 15-1, were they not?
Mm-hmm.
And he couldn't win a Super Bowl with that team. They still went 15-1. They still went 15-1, no question. Now that was in the NFC South, which the NFC East is different. I know everyone likes to make fun of us right now, but it's a different beast. It's a different division.
Not recently.
I know everyone's beating us up right now, but what I'm saying is even though the Bucks are good right now, they haven't been. They weren't good for a little bit or a little while. Atlanta's always struggled, and the Saints, they always find a way to piss down their own leg. But the thing is for me, I think that Joe Judge, I like the pedigree that he's got. I like the New England connection. I like the Alabama connection. I know Ron has been there, done that, and in a lot of ways, Doug Peterson has too. Just because, but I think Doug Peterson almost was carried a little bit.
Frank Wright.
I mean, I think he was carried.
Frank Wright was the true mastermind behind the 2017 Super Bowl team. That's goes without question right now.
Yeah. So I mean, to me, as far as going forward, I think I would much rather have the younger coach and the quarterback that looks to me the best in the division.
Right now, he is the best in the division right now.
Right now. I mean, and don't get me wrong, I actually am a fan of Dak Prescott.
Let me ask Bigger Mike a question. I'm curious. Bigger Mike, right now, today, which team has the best defense in the NFC East?
This shouldn't even be. You shouldn't even think.
No, because I'm gonna say one thing, and right now it's looking like the Giants, but I don't think they really have the best defense like on paper. But right now it's looking like the Giants. Yeah.
Okay. But
Who has the best defense on paper then?
The best defense on paper is the Redskins.
They're the best pass rush.
Okay. No, I will agree if you want to break it down. There's no question that their front.
They've got talent.
Yeah, there's no question that there's a lot of talent there, but I wouldn't say their secondary's all that good.
But we agree that the Giants defense is at least performing the best in the NFC East.
Yeah, right now it is.
Who's got the best quarterback in the NFC East right now?
The Giants. I mean, it's not saying anything.
Okay, it's not saying anything. It's not saying anything. But you just told me that the Giants have the best defense and the best quarterback in the division.
I don't know how. I honestly don't know how Washington, Philly fans, or Dallas fans doesn't look at what's going on with the Giants and not have some concern.
I think they should, because we're not even close to hitting our peak yet.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I mean, you see some progress is happening. You see there's some good things going on with our coaching staff. You see there's some good things going on with our player development. I would be very concerned. It's like you said, Mike. I mean, you guys are in cap hell as far as going forward. We don't have that situation.
Well,
your window. I mean, honestly, Eagle fans.
Sam CR said Dak is way better than Daniel Jones. I didn't say Daniel Jones is better than Dak. I said the better quarterback right now. Right now, your quarterback's Andy Dalton, and you don't even have a guarantee that Dak's gonna be back with your football team.
Yeah, I mean, it.
So
me,
that's like, he's not on your team right now. He's not starting for your football team.
Yeah, I'd agree that the Giants. I'd agree that the Giants with Joe Judge. I actually really like Joe Judge. I think that he has the respect of the organization and the players right now, and I think that if he continues to contain that respect, and if he starts to win consistently, then I think it's honestly a home run. That's always how I viewed Joe Judge. I didn't see it. I didn't see me thinking about this year, just because I didn't think the Giants would be all that good, which they're not. They're showing improvement, but I agree that I'd rather have Joe Judge going into the future, but I feel like there's a difference between the best currently and the best.
Fair. No, that's fair, Mike.
Answer this question for me before I let you go, Mike. Who is going to win this division? With that honest opinion, who's going to win this division?
I want to say us, but probably not. Our schedule's brutal right now.
Even if you couldn't say the Eagles, who would you say is going to win this division?
I think it's down to two teams. I think it's the Giants and the Cowboys.
Dallas or New York. If I had to choose, I'd probably say Dallas.
No chance for Washington.
Washington has a chance.
I think there's a chance, but it's not a good one.
But I mean, gun to your head, Mike. You got to pick one. Pick one.
Cowboys.
Okay.
I think that's fair. They got a soft schedule,
and that's the second person that said that tonight, Tana.
I think
Victor
that's
Mike.
fair.
Thank you for joining us, man.
Peace out.
All right, Mike. Good job.
I mean, he asked the questions, but it's like he didn't want the answers.
He's a good guy. He's a good kid. I love Big.
No, I'm not saying he's bad. I'm just saying he
picked the wrong team.
Yeah, he didn't want the. I don't think he wanted. All right, is it Kalen?
Yes, it is. Hello.
What's up, Kalen? How you doing, man?
I can't stand that picture, buddy.
Dude, you saw this in the last stream.
I still can't stand.
Is he an Eagles fan?
No, I think he's a Giants fan.
He thought I was a troll in his stream.
Are you a Giants fan, Kalen? Are you a Giants fan?
Yes, I'm
100%.
100%.
Okay, go ahead.
It's just a joke, man.
It's not that bad, Taylor. We scored on that drive.
We did. I know that's what everybody's making fun of Danny Jones.
I know everybody makes fun of it, but they scored. That's like when everybody's like, "Oh, the OBJ catch was awesome." We lost.
Can you believe? I think there were content creators that did it too. I don't remember who it was, but I remember seeing videos about it. I didn't watch it. They compared that play to the butt fumble.
That's stupid. Like,
can you believe that?
Here's what's funny is Daniel actually was actually starting to fall at the 40-yard line. He carried that fall for like 25 yards.
That was the most impressive part of the play.
I mean, every one of us would have fell. The man was giving it all he had. I mean, I don't know. But anyways, what's up, Kevin?
Oh man, well, first of all, can you believe I just realized this? It's been almost a month since we've lost. What the hell? That's crazy. And I've got lots.
You mean what the hell? What do you want?
Get used to it. Get used to it, Kalen.
The hell, Kalen? Kalen's like, why are we losing again?
I'll tell you what, when we win this week, it's gonna be the first time since 2016 we win 3 in a row.
It's fantastic. And there are I got a lot of friends that are Eagles fans, and I've been giving them so much shit over the last 3 weeks. and I've loved every second of it because I just graduated high school, and for 4 straight years I'd walk in, and all those Eagles fans, after all those meltdowns against the Eagles, they'd give me so much crap. They'd be like, haha, we win again. Our team's the next dynasty. We're the next Patriots. Some of them said we're the next Patriots. And now I just sit back and I laugh. But I want to ask you about Carson. So Nick Foles was the starter in Philadelphia for a while. And he had some okay years, but he had 1 year where he popped. Now Carson, so far in his short NFL career, had 1 year where he popped. Do you think that was an aberration? And do you think the rest of his career is like what he is? And do you think that was just a fluke?
You want to start with that, Pizzle, or me?
I think Carson is what he is, and he's only going to get worse.
Okay, I will say this. I will say I do not think it was an aberration. I think he's had injury problems. And last year he was actually really impressive with all things considered. I think he threw 31 touchdowns, 7 picks, led his team to the playoffs. But what I will say is I never thought he was going to have long-term success because of all the injury problems. And this year, what nobody pointed to last year is one thing Carson Wentz has had since he's been in the NFL is a top-tier offensive line. And everybody said, oh, he's throwing all these guys. Nobody had over 500 yards. Yeah, but they could block. This year, the offensive line has regressed significantly, and I think that has a lot to do with it. I also think it's mentally with Carson. I think he's breaking down.
I don't think he's getting any better, though.
I don't think he's getting better. I think he has reached his peak, and I would be concerned if I was an Eagles fan. I would be, not because I don't see how you're going to be able to build this team quickly. You haven't drafted well in recent drafts. You have no cap space. To me, it's only going to get worse.
How much of it do you think is Peterson?
Some of it, for sure. I'm not impressed with Peterson whenever I watch him.
I think, but I don't. I mean, even watching, I watched him play the Browns yesterday, and he's just not. He's hesitant on a lot of things.
Carson's not. He's not a good quarterback right now.
He's just not. He's not good right now.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
He's just not.
He's not good. I mean, and don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to give a. I don't think Peterson's a great head coach, but again, I just don't think Wentz is. Look, I still remain that I think they made a terrible mistake letting Foles go. I mean that man.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
It wasn't broke. Maybe that's what messed me up with the Eli thing. But to me, they had a good thing going, and I just don't. I've never thought. I thought Wentz was really good before he got hurt, and now that he got seriously hurt in LA, I don't think he's been the same guy.
Exactly. And you guys were talking about the statue thing earlier. They built a statue outside. And I was just thinking, New England has won 6 Super Bowls with Tom Brady and Bill Belichick. That's probably the best coach and quarterback duo they're ever going to have. There's no statue.
No statue there.
It's a standard.
Yeah.
They win 1.
That signifies the franchise is what that statue goes to tell you. That and that's why to me that they're in this situation because they didn't know how to handle winning.
And think about it from Carson Wentz's perspective, by the way. Carson Wentz has to go into that building every single week and watch the guy who won that Super Bowl, Nick Foles.
They have not been able to handle their winning. They're literally like somebody who just got a lot of money and they just spent it all on a big ass boat. And they're like, well, what about the house? What about the car?
I don't need to hear about boats. Now you're making me think about the boat trip, Pizzle.
I'm just saying, they don't know how to handle success, and this is what their success led them to is in this situation. I actually think they're going to finish at the bottom of the NFC East. I really do.
I agree with you.
I think they're going to fall completely apart.
I agree.
Absolutely.
Kaylin, I appreciate you joining me, man. Or joining us.
Thanks for having me.
You got it, man. All right.
Good job.
Let's see. Dog check, you there?
What is that?
Is that Mars?
I was going to say, what the hell is that?
That man waited all night for just that moment in time.
What did he say? I didn't even hear him.
I didn't hear him either. He just waited. He was just sitting there and wanted to show the meat and got the hell out. Giants Nation, what's up?
Giants Nation, let's go, buddy.
Giants Nation, we'll come back. Are you there?
Stage fright. Maybe fell asleep.
All right. We'll come back to Giants Nation. Maybe. Let's go to Braden Bighart.
All right, how are we doing today?
What's up, Braden Bighart?
What's going on, Braden?
Nothing. I want to kind of talk about me and Giants Nation are talking in the chat, like in the little private chat. And
what happened to Giants Nation? Did he get stage?
I have no idea. We're talking here, and we're talking about the schedule, and I'm gonna go off of what I said. So I was thinking if we go out and we beat the Bengals, this coming up someday, I feel like since we're on a 3-game win streak, the team's hot, they're feeling themselves. I feel like we go out and we beat Seattle. I feel like we can.
One game at a time.
One game at a time.
Yeah. I feel like we can go out and beat Seattle. But that's if we beat the Bengals. If we lose to the Bengals, then I don't know. It's gonna be San Francisco all over again.
One game at a time.
I know. Can you figure out what the hell happened to Giants Nation? Is he alive?
I have no idea.
But I'm gonna tell you what about the Cincinnati game. I thought, obviously we knew it was a must-win game.
Yeah.
2 weeks ago, when we started to say to ourselves, we could start to get into this playoff picture, but we knew for us to have any opportunity, we needed to win those next two, the Eagles and the Bengals. We won the first one. We got to now win the second one. But even now, with all this on top of it, with Burrow out, with Mixon out, there are zero excuses. The New York Giants should go into Cincinnati, in my opinion, and wipe the floor with this football team. Not to mention, Patrick Graham had an extra week to prepare for this offense. We all know he's a very smart guy with the defensive, and he's going to dial up some schemes. So I expect the Giants to win this game, and I expect them to win it by at least a touchdown.
Yeah, I totally agree. But we also said it's about San Francisco. I'm not overly worried, but I'm still gonna be on my heels a little bit.
Different team. The Giants are a much different team at this point.
Yes, exactly.
And Cincinnati is a much different team than the San Francisco 49ers.
One game at a time, Braden.
All right.
One at a time.
One game at a time.
One at a time, my man.
One at a time.
One at a time.
Thank you for joining us, Braden.
And Giants Nation's back now. He wasn't at his phone.
Okay, well tell him to get in the line. Well, no, I'll put him on next. Thanks for joining me, man.
Good job, buddy.
Braden, let's see. This Giants Nation, are you there?
Yes.
There we go.
Good to hear from you, buddy.
Do you think we could beat the Seahawks?
One game at a time.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Pizzle, one at a time.
One at a time.
If we beat Cincinnati, we have the Seahawks.
Yeah, we got to beat Cincinnati.
We got to beat Cincinnati first.
Yeah.
We have James Bradbury and nobody else.
Right.
What now?
One at a time.
Yeah, we have one good
I think he's saying he's worried because of our cornerback play that Seattle would take advantage of us, which I agree with that. They'll be able to put up points on us, but their defense sucks, and I think we could run on them and try to control the clock. But one game at a time, my man.
One game at a time. Is that it, Giants Nation?
Yes.
One at a time.
Okay, I guess they're ready to play Seattle. I'm not sure.
I guess they're just jumping to the future.
Manny, are you there?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, Manny. What's up?
Okay, I know that you guys were just preaching one game at a time, so I just want to ask you this. Okay, if you could add one player to the New York Giants offense and defense, who are you adding?
In the draft or in the NFL right now?
No, in the complete NFL.
But hold on, why is this such a That's fantasy land, man.
Well, do you want to play fantasy and Pizzle?
Yeah.
So so you're saying what player? So let's ask the question. We'll play this little game.
Like if you could add one player in the whole NFL to
the
offense and one.
Are your parents asleep right now, Manny?
Yes.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
Okay. All right. I'll say I would probably. We need a wide receiver. I'd go DeAndre Hopkins on offense.
Nice.
I'd go DeAndre Hopkins on offense, and on defense, I don't know, lockdown corner. Maybe a guy like Tre'Davious White.
I don't even know what I would say.
Something like that.
Yeah, it's a hard question, right?
Maybe Gilmore from the Patriots. Something like that.
And Manny's like, it's a good question, isn't it?
I'll go Hopkins and Gilmore.
I mean, Hopkins has been special. I mean, honestly, it would be nice to have a DK Metcalf.
He's a stud.
Or even like an AJ Brown. Like right now, to know that we've got those guys.
And they're young.
They're young, yeah.
Maybe you go with Metcalf. Yeah.
To have that guy that we know that's going to be there for a while, and we need a number one receiver probably. Like it would be really nice to have like a DK Metcalf, I think.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Right. You know, did that satisfy you, Manny?
Yes.
One game at a time, buddy.
One game at a time, Manny, and one offseason at a time. Thanks for joining us, Manny.
Manny, have a good one.
You too.
I had New York Giants Mafia in the waiting, and I really wanted to bring him on, and I was about to bring him on, and he left. So if he's still here, please come back, New York Giants Mafia. I'd like to talk to you.
New York Giants Mafia. Let's get you on.
All right, Rod Clan.
Oh, love Rod Clan. Love Rod Clan.
So you're familiar with this man?
Yeah, he's a great supporter of my channel.
Hello.
Uh-oh.
Right, you there?
Hello.
Hello.
What's up, Riot?
All right, so I just wanted to ask a couple questions about, so like, as of right now, where do you rank the defense out of all, like, in the NFL? Do you think it's a top 15, a top 20? Where
Definitely
do you
top
think you rank
20.
it in between?
Our defense?
No.
Our defense is.
I think it's borderline top 10.
I think we're top 15.
Yeah, I think it's between 15 and 10 right now.
I think we're mid-tier in the league.
Yeah, 15, 14, 13 in that area.
And I know you don't like talking ahead, but if you were, because I know you
One
guys
game at a
don't
time,
like-
right?
One game at a time.
It's
right?
not about this. It's not what the season.
All right.
Is it about the draft?
Yes. Would you rather take an edge rusher over a wide receiver first round?
You guys, let me tell you, it's so funny how you there's everybody's just looking ahead of the future. Right. What if we die next week? What if an atomic bomb lands on us next week?
In all seriousness, to answer your question, I would prioritize a wide receiver over an edge rusher.
If we're playing this little fantasy game, I think it's really important for the Giants next year to get a number one receiver. Are we talking about the draft? Wait a minute. Wait. What was in the draft?
Yeah.
I think I would rather my receiver be a free agent and my pass rusher be a
Because I'm gonna ask you a question right now. Give me your three in order right now as of today. Your three biggest needs for this New York Giants football team by position.
Receiver.
That's one for you. Okay.
Pass rusher.
Okay.
Maybe a second corner.
I got a corner's one for me. I think we desperately need a corner.
I don't think it's as that desperate. I think to me I need a playmaker.
I agree with those three though.
I think with that being said, I want my free agent to be a receiver. I want my pass rusher to be
the established receiver.
I want him to be a rookie because I don't want Olivier Vernon, for example.
Right.
I don't want to give a big
By the way,
contract.
how good did he look against the Eagles?
Yeah, and I was like, where the hell was that at? For the Giants. Yeah. So I don't want to overpay for an edge rusher. And I want a rookie cornerback. Somebody get honestly, I wanted a guy like DeAndre Baker. It's sad that didn't work out.
Yeah.
That's what I wanted. Yeah. But it didn't work out. So that's how I would go that route.
And then for us going playoffs, I want Chris, you said in your video earlier, I want to see Washington beat the Cowboys on Thanksgiving and then us beat Cincinnati on Sunday, and then that gives us, I believe, a better chance to honestly make the playoffs.
I agree with you. No matter what, though, we're gonna have to beat Dallas last week. But I agree that gives
we have to beat Dallas.
Yeah, I agree with you that I think it gives us the better path, just for the simple reason that Washington plays a tougher schedule.
And then we definitely have opportunities to beat Cleveland, Arizona, Seattle, all those teams.
We're not gonna beat all of them, but I think we're gonna have an opportunity to pick off one or two. Yeah,
yes.
I agree with that.
Rod Clint, thank you for joining us, man.
Great job, buddy.
Thank you for having me. All right, bye.
They love to talk about the future. People love real New York Giants Mafia.
What's up, man?
Look at this combo right here, huh?
I'm so excited.
Video makers right here.
I really appreciate that, man.
Huh?
I really appreciate.
I'm so excited to talk to this man. I never have.
You put out on Twitter today with the red hoodie with
yeah, man,
that was awesome. That was awesome.
Red hoodie, man. I'm about to buy
so let me give the backstory to Pizzle in case he doesn't know. I wear this red hoodie in every one of my videos.
Yeah, I saw it. Yeah, and then
Giants have been winning. I don't take it off, and Judge wore the red hoodie too. Yeah. So he pointed out.
What's funny is I saw Judge today wearing a camo Giants hat too.
He was. It looked good.
And I actually thought that was was even interesting. I was like, man, a camo hat from Joe Judge? Like,
is he a hunter? That camo.
Yeah, it was crazy. I have a question for New York Giants Mafia before.
I got some answers. Go ahead.
Did you make your channel name with the Giants Mafia in mind here on YouTube?
To be honest with you, man, I'm a day one subscriber. You know this.
But I honestly, when you made
I didn't like the way the Giants fans treated you.
So you actually did it.
I did it for you.
Oh, so I actually thought you did it in a slight way.
No, against them, for you.
Okay. I
Because
appreciate
like
that.
the way they treated you, and you still get that left-handed bullshit treatment. You know what I mean?
So you've been
an entertainer.
You've been subscribed to Pizzle since the beginning.
07.
Yeah,
Wow.
so he's we used to, and Bad Dog was a part of this. We had a
We got to bring it back. We got to bring it back.
Group called the Giants Mafia, and what's funny is we created it for. There was a Cowboys group called the CNS, which was the Cowboy Nation Syndicate. And we, with a couple other Giant fans, I felt like we needed a group on YouTube, and so we made a group, and we named it Giants Mafia. And the only reason we named it Mafia part was because of the New York connection, the New York New Jersey connection. So we thought Mafia, and so we named it Giants Mafia. Well, the funny thing is it was actually named before the Bills Mafia name.
Way before.
We named it in we named it in 07, 08, and to this
There's
day,
no mob up in Buffalo, by the way.
I know, but
Oh,
to
the mob's
this
in
day,
Buffalo.
Yeah, I'm saying
in Buffalo,
they're
no
everywhere.
doubt.
They're everywhere.
but to this
Upstate
day,
representative.
I swear that somebody saw the Giants Mafia name and then used it as Bills Mafia.
Bills Mafia.
And Bills Mafia is a big deal now. Like I swear, I don't know. Maybe that's
You should have copyrighted it.
I know. Maybe I should, but I've actually got I don't have it with me right now, but I have a Giants Mafia shirt that says Giants Mafia established in 2007. And Bad Dog was a part of it. And once the Bills Mafia kind of thing, it made it seem like we copied them, but it was actually not true. But yeah, we had a Giants Mafia group on YouTube for quite some time. But the reason I was excited about talking, because I always see his name, Real New York Giants Mafia, and it always excites me because it brings back so many great memories.
He's a great supporter. I see him in a lot of New York Giants YouTuber streams.
So what's up, man?
Shit, just chilling, doing some work at the office. I got the alert pizzles on with the Entertainah. Man, screw work. I'm getting on. I'm watching. I got my bags packed. I'm going to Cincinnati on Sunday.
Really?
I'm getting in Cincinnati on Friday, Saturday. COVID fan, Big Blue Wrecking Crew. We're going to take over that damn city. With Joe Burrow out, they went from 8,000 attendance to 4,000 attendance, and my fat ass will be one of them.
Yeah.
We're taking over.
The funny thing is I'm actually trying to talk my wife into going.
I'm trying the tailgate.
Yeah.
Come out, Pizzle.
I'm trying to get her.
Drinks.
I'm gonna tell you what.
Get her on board. She's actually.
I'm gonna tell you what, Pizzle.
She's
right
actually.
Now. Go ahead. I didn't mean to interrupt you.
No. I was saying, like, I'm trying to get her. I'm trying to talk her to go, but she's worried about COVID. She's like, we're going to go and get COVID, and I'm not. To each his own. Whatever you want to believe, but I'm willing to risk it to get the biscuit, right?
Listen.
And so she doesn't. I'm trying to talk her into it, but there is a chance I might be there, Giants Mafia.
How many Giants fans got to see Joe Judge's first year as a head coach live?
I know.
Probably only a couple thousand.
I know.
You got to jump on it.
I was actually
I'll bring the red carpet out for the 60-minute man. We got the mozzarella, the pepperoni, whatever you want. We got the sausage on deck. We're going to do it fucking right. If you're there, red carpet.
I'm going to say right now, next year.
114 section.
Next year.
What section?
114.
114. Okay.
Next year, we got to organize something where we have I would love to do it, where we have a huge tailgate for a Giants game. I want to try to go to a home and away game. That's my goal next year.
That's what I try to do. I live in South Carolina.
Yeah.
I live in Clemson.
That's why you go to the Clemson game.
Go to at least one home game and one away game every year.
Yeah, I want to try to do that next year.
Friends we hit up every year. We do it. It's a getaway, and Big Blue all day, every day.
Mm-hmm.
So since I was 16, I can drive. I'm an old man now. I'm almost 40, but since I was 16, I've gone every year to one home game, one away game. And this COVID shut down the home, but it's not going to take away my away. Seattle is what I had originally, but that got taken away as well.
Yeah, I was actually at the last time the Giants played in Cincinnati. I was there 8 years ago, and the Giants got their tail kicked. But yeah, man, I'm trying to get there, man. I was actually looking at tickets today, and they're available. But
my Airbnb is one block from a sports bar. The Tyson fight at night. We got a whole bunch of Giants fans.
Oh, that's right. They got the Tyson fight.
LPG might be showing up.
What sports bar is that? What sports bar is it?
I'd have to look it up again, but it's right off of 13th Street.
Okay.
13th Street. Hit me up. I'm on Twitter. I'm on all the social medias. Giants Mafia.
Okay.
But hit me up. Got a crew
You
going.
might be getting a hit up from Pistol.
It's always good for business, baby. Bless you guys. Thank you guys so much for what you do.
Thank you for joining us, man.
You guys make Giants football great on here, and the community has grown, and it's a lot to do with Copizzle and Entertainah. We got a lot of great Giants video makers. We did back in the day, and it kind of fell off, but because of guys like you, it's growing, and the real fans can watch real fans. We don't have to get our bullshit news elsewhere. Let's hope that maybe we can stop looking in the future and enjoy what we got. Keep building, keep building. Let's fucking go. Cincinnati, Pizzle, let's do it. Woo!
What a promo. What a promo. What a promo.
Love
Thank you. I mean, the man got a nasty promo there at the end.
I like that guy. I mean, that's my kind of guy right there.
You know what? Yeah, that's true New York right there too, man. I always like that. I always, you guys get me going, man.
I like
Spitzy.
What's up, guys?
What's up, man?
What's going on, man?
Hey, I just want to say I love you guys. I watch you guys all the time. It's great.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Last time I had my brother on. He's a Jets fan, so
Oof, that's tough.
Yeah.
They scored a touchdown this week. Was that the first time?
No, they actually came close to winning, actually. But
yeah, I know. I'm just messing with you.
Yeah. So about this defense, I didn't think we would be this good, honestly. Holding the Buccaneers to 25 points, that was great, and forcing a lot of turnovers against Washington, 5 turnovers. And just imagine if we had that one pass rusher, we would be top 10.
Defense has been fantastic.
Look, I mean, to find a pass rusher is tough.
Yeah.
It's not easy. I mean, it's a tough deal. So for me, I really think that the defense is a year in advance of what they should be. I think the defense is actually really good. Obviously, they've had some moments late in games where they've kind of fallen apart, but that's just because I think a lot of times it was because the offense couldn't maintain and keep time of possession on their side. Yeah. So, but I think the defense is a real bright spot going forward as far as this team goes.
Yeah,
and I'll tell you what, even without the elite pass rusher. And, I said this going in and everybody said this going in, but this was going to be a defense kind of like the Patriots where they were able to get a pass rush through scheme. And even without that elite pass rusher, I think we're 7th in the league in sacks. We're 1st in the league in quarterback knockdowns. We've had 2 sacks or more in each of our last 10 games. And we have a sack from 15 different players this year. So the Giants have found ways even without that elite pass rusher to be able to create havoc against the quarterback. So they've improved in that area, and they aren't blitzing nearly as much as I thought they would. They're only blitzing 19th most in the league.
Yeah, I thought we'd be blitzing a lot more than this, but we're getting.
I think it's because of the corner play, though. I don't think they feel like they could trust that second corner.
You're right.
Yeah.
I think if we can get a great cornerback, maybe in free agency or the draft, I think we'll be all good. But we'll see.
Yeah, the defense is definitely on the upswing, and they're way more advanced than I thought they would be at this point in time. That and the offensive line. I love the Hogs. If you watch my channel, the offensive line is leaps and bounds better than it was 3 or 4 weeks into the season. It looks like a different unit. Yeah. So that's what's most encouraging to me. Win, lose, or draw. Even if we only win another 1 or 2 games this year, they have made significant strides with this football team this year.
You're right. You're right about that.
Spitz,
I just hope we keep building and we just keep improving, and
we're getting there. We're getting there.
Yeah, we're getting there.
Spitzy, thank you for joining us, man.
All right. Thank you, guys.
Man, Spitzy. He came in here one night with his Jets brother. And
that's the first mistake.
That was, but hey, at least 50%, right? They're doing right in that household somewhere. 50%. Zach Phillips, what's up, man?
What's up, Zach?
Look at this suit. Let's bring the camera down with the suit. Let me see it. Let me see this.
You going to a wedding?
Look at this.
Looks
Are
good.
you working too?
Yeah, I'm at work.
Everybody's at work.
Hey, I got a hot take for you.
Uh-oh.
Julian or Peppers taking it back on a punt return, and Xavier McKinney plays on Sunday. Pick 6.
Are you saying Phillips takes a punt return back on Sunday?
Peppers.
Peppers, you said.
I mean, no, Peppers. What did I say?
Yeah.
Who did I say?
Phillips.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. I'm thinking Kenny Phillips. Peppers. So you're thinking Peppers.
Yeah, he's taking one back. He was so close.
Yeah, he had a 20-yard
on,
return. He flipped the field position. Yeah,
he like totally flipped it. If he didn't run into Cam Brown, he was going in.
I will say, as far as Xavier McKinney goes, like I'm trying to be somewhat like slow my roll.
Take it slow.
Yeah,
like kind of like what we said about DJ earlier. You don't want to build him up too fast.
Right. I mean, I get it. I get it. I just have that.
I'm
feeling.
excited. I am too, Zach. I'm super excited about.
Let me ask you,
Xavier
Pizzle, because I haven't got your thought on McKinney. How do you think they're going to implement him in this defense, and which player on the defense right now, because I agree with you, I don't think they're going to just throw him into the fire, but once he gets the full allotment of playing time, which player on this defense do you think suffers the most in terms of playing time?
I think Peppers is going to linebacker.
No, I don't think Peppers is going to linebacker.
Maybe Darnay Holmes could lose some PT.
Maybe Julian Love.
Yeah.
Maybe
do you think they could experiment with Love on the outside?
Yes. That's where I think I don't know if Love is really a safety.
Yeah.
I think he's more suited to play cornerback. And so for me, like I actually think we not only do we get a legit safety prospect with McKinney back whenever he's 100% healthy, but I actually think we pick up a little bit with our cornerbacks because I don't hate Julian Love's game. Like he plays tough. Like
he's played better the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, he's played tough. He's played hard, man, and that's really all that I as long as the guys give effort and play as hard as they can, and they don't let us down. Every time. I mean, they're not always going to play great, right? You're going to have your bad days in the office, but as long as they give effort, that's all you can really ask for. And I think Love at least tries, busts his ass and tries, but I think he will suffer a little bit. I mean, I guess Logan Ryan could too a little bit.
I like Ryan. I don't want to take him out.
But I could see there.
I could see it a little bit. I could see
it a little bit. But I still think Xavier McKinney. Let's see here. We're going into week 11.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to see true Xavier McKinney until maybe like week 14.
Yeah,
I think it's going to be a few weeks.
I agree with that.
I think it's going to be a few. I don't think he's just going to come in and all of a sudden just be a world beater, although I hope so.
I'll tell you though, Zach brought up Peppers. Peppers been playing damn good the last 3 weeks or so. He's been playing much better.
Much better. Much better.
Yeah. I just see that he might play some maybe roll down, play some DN, getting off on the edge, and then maybe playing like that cover linebacker.
I can see it. Having McKinney back is going to allow them to be a little more flexible with Peppers' role. I agree with that.
Because they play with 5 DBs on the field most times.
Yeah, it's a good point.
Zach, thanks for joining us. Get back to work.
You're gonna get fired.
Yeah, I don't want us to be responsible here.
But thanks for having me.
You're welcome, Zach.
Man, be a good
thanks for joining us, man. Everybody's working. Jake.
Hey guys, sorry, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, man?
He was quick.
I'm an Eagles fan. I just want to bring a dose of reality. Pizzle, I listened to your stream last night, and the Eagles fan called in and blamed the game on the weather or whatever.
Yeah, that was damn it, what was his name? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, but the bottom line is, we'll be lucky to win one more game this season.
Maybe 2. You might get 2.
I think we'll win the last game at home against Washington, but these next few weeks are going to be ugly, like real ugly. I mean,
I don't know. I've seen Eagles' schedule, and I still think they have the chance, but I don't. Think
I won't write them off. One thing I'll say about the Eagles, they're scrappy.
I will not write the Eagles off, but I think that they are in a bad situation. They're in a bad situation.
I will say on it's like my pet peeve, the Wentz Foles thing. It's like ironically, the only quarterback that Wentz has been better than this year is probably like Foles and like maybe Sam Darnold. So like they need a new quarterback. Like I'm done with Wentz, obviously.
You would give Hurts a shot?
Would you? Let me ask you this, Jake. Would you agree that this upcoming weekend is the last stand for the 2020 Philadelphia Eagles? Like this is like you have to show me something this weekend, or they're done.
I mean, I've kind of been done with them.
You think Cleveland? You think Cleveland was that?
Yeah. I mean, shit. I think the past 2 weeks were that, but
okay.
This is why I didn't like the Hurts pick. Is like, even if you believe, like, see, now people are like, oh, it's great, like they drafted Hurts and Wentz isn't good. Well, the problem is now they're not even going to play him because they're still in the race, like in quotations, for the division. So now you're probably going to be picking top 5 at the end of the year in a position to get another quarterback, and you don't even know what you have in Hurts. So that's why I didn't even like the pick. It's like, even if things went wrong, now you kind of like wasted an asset in the second round that you're not even going to get to see. That's why a lot of fans, like, we want to see Hurts. Like, I've listened to Bad Dog. I know he says, like, he knows more than me. He's watched Oklahoma. He's not like an NFL quarterback. That's fine. Like, I know Carson Wentz isn't an NFL quarterback at this point. I kind of want to see what Hurts has. Because, like, if we're, like, picking 5th or 6th in the draft in April and we have a chance to get, like, Zach Wilson or Justin Fields, like, I want to know if Hurts has, like, anything in him before it gets to that point.
And here's the and I get what you're going with this with Carson Wentz, but here's the thing, man. I look at Carson Wentz's salary. You're not going to be able to trade this guy.
He'll be on the team. Like, he'll be on the team. But
so you're going to pay a guy, what does he make? Let me look at his contract. He's making $39 million this year. He's making 26 next year, 22, 27. And he carries a dead cap hit all the way up to 2024 of $32 million. Oh, no, I'm sorry. $15 million up to 2023. So you're not cutting them before 2023.
Yeah, they can get after next year, I believe. There might be an out. I'm not sure.
The contract that the Eagles gave him, I don't see them moving on after this year.
The way I look at it is, like, I think it's like they've lost the locker room. Like, you can't continue. Like, if it's one thing if he's bad, but he's literally been like he's
been bad. He's been really bad.
Worst. Like, it's not just like, it's one thing to be like Jimmy G and like San Fran. Like, they're probably going to get out of his contract, but they can keep trotting him out there. Like, I don't know how they keep trotting him out there. Like, like it's that bad.
His offensive line ain't helping.
It's a good thing there's no fans this year.
I said this as an Eagles fan last night. You know what this sounds like?
What?
It sounds like a personal problem.
It is. But, honestly, it's like,
look, I this is, to me, it's crazy and entertaining because the Eagle fans are so they're
like us, man. I say it all the time. They're passionate like we are.
Oh, they're passionate. Yeah, they're for sure passionate, and there's so many of them. I mean, and they flood the channel. I'm sure they flood your channel.
Yeah.
I mean, they're everywhere. But
they love their team. They love. They just eat horse shit when they win Super Bowls.
There is. I really think the Eagles are, and it's not just this year. It's going forward. There's nothing to be excited about, in my opinion, as far as the Eagles go.
I don't know how the fans on YouTube are, but the community I follow on Twitter, we're all just kind of like, we're just like indifferent. Like, I mean, I woke up on Sunday. I wasn't even excited for the game. Like, half of me wanted to sleep through it. Like, and it's been like this the past like 2-3 years. I mean, like 2018, we made the playoffs, but Wentz got hurt. 2009, it's like every year, everyone's getting hurt. It's like shuffling offensive line here and there. Like, it's just,
you guys are kind of at the point. It's worse because your cap situation is worse, but you're kind of at the point where the Giants were, in my opinion, in 2018. We had a severe letdown season in 2017, and then we kind of came to a crossroads. We had the option to start completely over, but the problem with the Eagles is their cap situation is so bad, you can't get rid of those guys.
And they're still in a honeymoon phase with the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but you're kind of where we were now. We had that severely disappointing 17 season, and then we got to 18, and we had to decide, do we start the rebuild now? Do we try to continue to win? But based on your cap situation, I think you have no choice but to try to continue to win. I don't think you could start the rebuild next year, which is discouraging if you're an Eagles fan. I think you're not going to be able to start the rebuild probably until 2021 or 2022, rather.
Yeah, they might just, like, I don't know. I just can't, like, if they pick top 5 and Wentz is throwing like 3 interceptions, I don't see how you can't draft
I'd be surprised if you do draft a quarterback, but I could be wrong. I've been wrong before.
Jake, thanks for joining us, man.
All right, before I'll go, but when I leave, I want you guys to tell me what you think about the 2025 draft.
I just
one game at a time, Jake.
I don't know. Honestly, it's I don't want to say it's sad, but you can see Eagle fans are coming to reality. It's starting to hit them. It really is. You've been saying it.
It us too.
No, it did. But what I'm saying is a lot of them were blinded the last couple, even this season, by being in first place or being, Oh yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll get it turned on. And the fact is, it's starting to hit them, and it's crazy to actually think about
A
it.
lot of those fans thought that Howie Roseman was like a magician. All he was doing was just backloading the contracts. He was delaying the inevitable.
Yeah. Sacred Dust, are you there?
I sure am. Can you hear me?
Hey, what's up, man?
Love Sacred Dust. What's up, buddy?
Is that a New York Guardians logo?
Yes, it is.
That sure is.
Okay.
Yep, I started. Well, of course, I love the Giants, so I had to jump on the Guardians when the
Okay.
XFL came out.
Okay, I'm not hating.
Yeah, I love both teams.
The Guardians have got a bright future. Let me tell you.
They got a lot of cap space.
Yeah, a lot of cap space.
I
What's
hope
up,
so.
my man?
Hey, what's up, Tana? Copizzle, I've always wanted to be on one of your streams. You are the classic diehard fan, man.
Appreciate it.
You would be 100% behind this team if they were 0-10, and I love that about you.
Yeah.
And a lot of your listeners feel the same way, and so do a lot of people who follow the content creators like you and Tana. We have an amazing community here.
Appreciate that.
I don't always agree with the community. Let me say that.
True.
I don't always agree with the community.
There's a lot of giant content creators that I don't agree with, because like you guys, I enjoy looking at content as well. Like I enjoy taking content in and listening. And sometimes there are some that I can't agree with what they're saying.
Yeah,
but I'm also very opinionated about the team. So that could be it.
Yeah, it's like family. You don't agree with everything you hear around the table at Thanksgiving, but
Exactly.
we're all on the same side.
What's up?
Oh, man, that belt looks pretty good on you, I got to say, except for that logo. That logo is a problem, man. We got to get a big NY on that thing.
Well, maybe you know what you should do if you want to keep the star. You get one of those, the bumper stickers where they're pissing on the logo.
Yeah.
Get one of those
Well,
on there.
Here's the thing. I've always found out, in life, okay, I always realized, or I've come to find out that it's better to just take your time and think about it, and then let it come to you at a certain point. Sometimes you can rush judgment or rush a decision by doing it too fast. Philly 500 covered up the logo with the Philadelphia Eagles logo, which was funny. That was his original idea. But I know Michael Anthony Fitness, the owner of this belt, and Mark Holmes' daddy, they're hurting inside seeing that this baby boy that was once theirs is in my arms. And so it's almost like I want them to see the original deal here, that I'm holding on to their baby right here. Like, you know what I'm saying?
So it'll hurt them. It'll hurt them more if you keep the
It hurt. Yeah. If I cover up with makeup, then they might not recognize her, but you can't recognize, you can't not say you don't recognize, because there's the logo. He paid good money for this thing to be on there, and I'm just showcasing it right now.
That's nice work.
It's beautiful work. He's even got some YouTube logos on it, everything. He went all out.
A hail to the new champ.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Hopefully keep it for a long time.
Yeah, we'll keep it for. I hope this belt has a summer with Pizzle.
I hope it has 10 summers with
Yeah,
Pizzle.
a long summer with Pizzle. We'll take it to the beach. We'll do a lot of things with it. Maybe Disney World. Who knows? We'll see.
Well, one guy I want to talk about, my favorite player, probably the next jersey I'm buying, James Bradbury.
Okay. I always think that's a fun topic is jerseys, because jerseys are such a hard thing to purchase, right? Because you just hope that the player's there for a long time and they doesn't get traded. But to me, I think jerseys are always fun to.
Do you own any of the current players on this team, Pizzle?
I'm not a jersey guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you why, because there's been players that I'll tell you right now. I had talked about this last night. My wife, baby doll, the first jersey I bought her was a color rush, because old school jerseys, and it was an Odell Beckham jersey.
Okay.
And I look at it now and I'm pissed at. I'm terrible. I hate that I bought her that jersey. I can't stand it because I got too cute. I thought, you know what? I'll get her the flashy player. It'll be fun. She'll wear it to a few games. Beckham, and I'm mad that I made that decision. So to me, jerseys are always tough to buy, because I've got a Kenny Phillips jersey, was one of my favorite players, ended up being an Eagle. That pissed me off. But yeah, go ahead, Sager. Bradbury would be a good choice.
Yeah, Bradbury, good choice.
I think he's going to be on the team for a few years.
Yeah.
So, at least I think at least 5.
He's going to see the conclusion of the contract
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're crazy if we don't re-sign him. We're getting a Pro Bowl year out of that guy. Was he ever this good in Carolina?
As soon as he, well, that's the thing about Carolina is it's a small market. It's a small market.
Yeah, he didn't get his shine, but if you look at Bradbury's numbers, and you look in the NFC South, right? You're talking about the best receivers in the sport. You're talking about Julio Jones. You're talking about Michael Thomas, and who's the other team? Why am I drawing a blank? The Falcons, the Saints, and the he was on the Panthers and the Bucks. You had Godwin, you had Evans. Yeah. So he went up against some of the best receivers in the sport, and last year he didn't surrender 100 yards to any of them.
Wow.
Yeah, I think a lot of what happened with Bradbury is a small market. If he would have been a Cowboy, people would have been talking about he's the best corner, or even like Darrelle Revis was with the Jets, and big market guy. When you play in a big market and you're really good, you get a lot of shine. When you play in a small market, you just don't get as much love.
Yeah.
Well, one thing you brought up with the jerseys, Copizzle, sometimes they don't age well. When you pick a player who's gone in another year or two. I mean, now all over the internet, they got OBJ Giants jerseys that they can't sell.
Yeah.
Buy this on clearance.
No, I don't want to discourage you from buying one. It's just that's why I don't get a lot of jerseys anymore, because they have the tendency of not to age well. I'm starting to get into the classic mood of, like, I actually been thinking about getting a Lawrence Taylor jersey, for example.
Oh,
like
I got a Lawrence Taylor shirt.
Yeah, or just an old school, an Eli Manning jersey, for example, will always be a good jersey.
Right.
What about Daniel Jones? You're starting to get a little confidence towards getting a Jones?
Yeah, I mean, you could get a Jones jersey, and if he has a career similar to Eli, it will last a lifetime, right? I mean, it's like Derek Jeter jersey for the Yankees. That's something that's going to last a lifetime. I mean, Montana. If a guy wore a Montana jersey at a 49er game, you wouldn't think anything of it. You just wouldn't, But if you wore a Kaepernick jersey, you might think something different, But the fact is you always hope that the investment you make on a jersey is he'll be a legendary player for that team.
Right.
If your guy wore a Michael Strahan jersey,
can't go wrong there.
Can't go wrong. Yeah.
Justin Tuck can't go wrong.
Yeah, Justin Super Bowl champ.
Yeah.
I mean, and a big player for us. So yeah, I mean, can't go wrong there.
I hope it'll be a good investment. One more thing, as long as you guys brought me back to OBJ, think back to, like, at the time, Pizzle and Entertainah, there are a lot of Giants fans who are, it was a good move now, but did you feel that way at the time? Like, when we traded him away, what was, like, your initial reaction?
I want to say I made a video about it, and I think I'm 100% can say with confidence that on my video I said that it was a good thing. I mean, I was done with OBJ.
Yeah.
I mean, the final straw was, or the thing that started when he went on ESPN and he did the interview with Josie Anderson and the Josie Anderson, who I thought was a rat, saying that, do we have a quarterback problem in New York? And I was like, this motherfucker is throwing Eli under the bus. And I was done. That's when I could deal with the boat trip. I could deal with the kicking net. I could deal with you blowing booger sugar off of
the girl,
the chick with the pizza.
Pissing on the field like a dog.
I can deal with you even punching a hole in the wall at Lambeau. I can deal with all those things. I can't deal with you going on ESPN and throwing Eli Manning under the bus, who's won 2 Super Bowl rings. I can't. That's
any
it.
teammate. I mean, Eli, it's worse, but any teammate, you don't.
And I'm gonna tell you something too. Anybody that ever talked crap about Eli, they did it knowing that Eli wouldn't say nothing back.
Yep.
And to me, that's a coward. And so for me, that's when OBJ lost it. Like he lost me, and I was done with him.
My initial reaction to the trade, Pizzle, was shock, but not in a bad way. I was just shocked that Gettleman had the balls to do it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I in the back of my mind, I always said, I'm not going to be upset if they trade this guy. He's not a team player. They're paying him way too much money. I don't believe in paying wide receivers $20 million, especially one with the injury history that he had. I just didn't think they'd ever have the balls to do it. But when they made the trade, I was a little, probably like the first day, I definitely wasn't upset, but I was kind of like, I'm still like in shock. But then when I had time to calm down, I was very happy with the trade.
I've always said that having OBJ as part of the Giants was like being in a toxic relationship, a domestic abuse relationship, where you want it to work. He's going to constantly do things to you that you don't want him to do to you.
Yeah.
And you're gonna put up with it, and you're gonna make excuses, and that's what, as a video maker, I made excuses for OBJ time in, time again, because I wanted it to work. But when he went on there and did the Eli Manning thing, I was done with him. It's done. I can't. That's the one guy that to me you couldn't disrespect. Even if he would have done it to Daniel Jones, let's say if that would have been Daniel Jones who hadn't won two, then I could understand that. But
that's the thing, Pizzle. When you're the Giants and you saw that he did it to Eli Manning, if you're Mara, you're saying to yourself, I'm bringing in a quarterback, and he had the balls to do this to Eli. Yeah. What is he going to do to the rookie quarterback I bring in? So that, to me, gave them even more of a reason to trade him, because they're like, I don't want our rookie quarterback having to deal with this on top of the New York pressure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Eli's a legend. If OBJ will knock him, he'll knock anybody.
And the thing that pissed me off too is OBJ got Eli in the back nine of his career. Mm-hmm. Okay, you didn't get to play with Eli in his prime. Okay, so stop judging his game at that point. You're supposed to help him elevate his game. Like, he's in the back nine of his career. Like, players that play with Tom Brady, it's their job to try to elevate his game.
Michael Thomas with Breeze.
Michael Thomas with Breeze is a great example. Thank you. I mean, Breeze is not in his prime anymore, but Michael Thomas elevates his game. And OBJ did not handle that responsibility. Just didn't. I mean, point blank. And I tell you what, I blame a lot of Victor Cruz on OBJ, because I thought Victor Cruz could have been a great leader and example for OBJ when he first showed up, and Victor Cruz wasn't. Victor Cruz went on the boat with him.
That was embarrassing.
So, it was embarrassing. So to me, I always hate to talk about OBJ because it just upsets me so much.
Well, your comparison to an abusive relationship is apropos in that it's hard to move on. Like, even now, I'll admit there's a small part of me that hopes that OBJ is playing or somehow involved in the Browns game when we go in there.
Yeah, that would have been a big deal.
Shreds.
That would have been a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But in any case, OBJ doesn't matter anymore. I want this team to succeed. I want this team to win. I'm tired of the losing seasons, but I can live with losing as long as we're making obvious improvements, and we are. I want another Super Bowl.
Sacred Dust, we all do. And I'm going to tell you right now, Sacred Dust, tell me one spot on this team outside of the tight end, because Evan Ingram sucks, that hasn't dramatically improved since the start of the year. One positional group.
I don't think I can.
That's a good sign. That's a good sign, right, Pizzle?
Sacred Dust, thanks for joining us, man.
Had a good time, guys.
Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
Awesome. We got to run through some of these. We went to over 2 hours. Big Blue in the Bronx.
I'll do this. I love doing this. I'll do it all night.
Where's Big Blue in the Bronx? Oh, no, his cam froze. Oh, no, there he goes. Big Blue in the Bronx, you there?
There he is.
Oh, what's up, Pitt?
What's up,
I'm
man?
I'm here.
What's up, buddy?
You hear me? Go back to your jersey.
You got a little bit of connection issues.
You hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. You froze up.
All right. So going back to the jersey topic, I've had a decent track record, but my brother hasn't because he's a Jets fan, and that's why. Compare real quick. So he's had Marshall, Jamal Adams, and now Sam Darnold for Trevor, and then
Big Blue in the Bronx. Hang on, you're cutting out. You're cutting out. Big Blue.
Move to an area that has a better Wi-Fi. Move to a better house.
You keep cutting out, Big Blue. We're not hearing you.
We'll bring you right back. We'll bring you right back.
We'll bring you back.
You got upset there.
ACM 135. You there? Oh no, we lost him. It's all falling apart. Cry Eagles cry. What's up? Look,
hey, what's up,
man,
Pizzle?
look at this. Have you seen this man before, Entertainer?
Let me see.
Look at this man's posters. I mean, this man right here. This dirty dog right here.
Whoa, we got a horn dog.
Yeah, this man is. He is as horny as they come. What's up, Craig? My man loves Giants football and chicks. I dig it. What's up, man?
Yeah, you got me there.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's a bad thing. So one thing I want to talk about is Logan Ryan. So do you think? So I like obviously I'd love to bring him back, but do you think the Giants will?
I think they have to.
Right.
I look at Logan Ryan and I see a leader on this defense.
When McKinney comes in, he balls out, and they want to play him in that spot. You know, it's like
I want Logan Ryan back.
I
mean,
would
maybe
too, yes.
the
I
thing
think
is
he'll
this
play
though.
anywhere.
The thing is this though. Logan Ryan has played well for the Giants. I don't want the Giants to sign him to a long-term deal. So if a team is willing to give him a long-term deal, I could definitely see him signing on, pen to paper. But if the Giants could bring him back on a 1-year deal or a 2-year deal with the ability to get out after one, you have to do it. The guy's been a leader. He's a judge guy, a great locker room guy. But if he could get his money on a 4-year contract, have at it. But if we could bring him back on a short-term deal, he loves Jersey. He loves Judge. He fits the defense. He's versatile. You got to bring him back if the price fits.
Yeah, I'll bring him back for another 2-year deal. Like, if you could do like 2-year, $18 million,
something like that,
$9 million a year, that's a good deal.
I like him.
There's not many. I mean, honestly, I like almost everybody on the defense.
Yeah,
I would. I mean, I'd be hard pressed not to want to bring back everybody.
Would you bring back both Leo and Dalvin? Because that's going to cost.
Yeah,
I would. I probably. I mean, I'd want to.
I know. Yeah. I know that that's going to come up. I like Leonard Williams. I do. I think he's been good this year. I like him a lot. Again, that's another move that Gettleman has been people have talked about, but I like the move. I like Leonard Williams, and I know it's gonna cost an arm and a leg, but he's played worthy of it.
He's been great this year.
He's been great, man. I'd hate to lose him. I honestly would.
We do need that edge rusher bad though. We need it because the
I
reason that we're like back to what we were saying, we're not sending as much blitzes. We're getting coverage sacks, and that's because we don't trust an edge rusher to get there fast enough. I mean, it's just
and we don't trust our corners to cover long enough. Our corner,
especially that second corner.
Yeah,
the
second
corner spot.
Yeah.
I think Leonard's actually going to be a better player. Would be a better player if you have a nice pass rusher with him.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Yes, he would because he's getting doubled. Like.
Yeah, and if you get a great corner, same thing. You give him more time to get after the quarterback.
Right.
But Leo's been great this year.
Yeah, like that's why like the Lorenzo Carter. I think he would have been like really improved this year. He would have been getting a lot better, get more confidence. But it sucks that he got injured.
I thought he was gonna have a big Carter this year. Big fan of Carter this year. I thought he fit the scheme very well.
Yeah, maybe Zimenez will still step up and be good this year, but I don't know.
I hope Carter comes back healthy because I still think he can fit the scheme.
I think Zimenez's improvement because I don't think Cam Brown's
Yeah.
ready, but
Cry goes cry. Thanks for joining us, man.
Love the name.
Pizzle, can you like slap just your face right on that belt? Your face.
Why do you want me to have my face on it?
It'd be funny. It'd piss Philly 500 right off.
Listen, Philly 500 needs to realize this isn't coming. He's not going to touch this for a long time. A long time. I hope he said his goodbyes. He wrote a nice little letter to Pizzle. Said Pizzle, it's going to be yours for a while. And I said, yeah, he's right. It is going to be mine for a while.
All right. Well, you guys have a great night. Love you guys.
Thanks,
all right, buddy.
Going.
You're gonna get a lot of stuff from them because we're gonna keep beating them.
Oh, I know. This is. Wait a minute. Let me bring her on right here. This is my girl Nicole. Nicole, what's up? Have you met Entertainah?
I don't think we've ever met.
I've not. No.
Nice to meet you.
How are you guys?
Are you cold tonight? What are you drinking?
Mm-hmm.
What do you got
it's
there?
It's fucking freezing.
Is this your new apartment?
Yes, it is.
Do you like it?
Hold on. Let me see if I can do something real quick here. Behind me you can't see, but I have the Empire State Building. So yeah, I think I like it.
Okay, big time. All right. I mean, you don't have to big flex us now. What a flex move.
It is.
What's up?
I'll try to get it up there at some point, but it's literally right behind me. So
okay. All right. Well, what's up?
Yeah, I've been busy. How are you guys? Nice to meet you.
What about being the
Eagles? I've seen a couple of videos with you and Bad Dog. You guys do live, so that's good stuff.
Appreciate it. Yeah. Thank you. I've been good. You call me Chris, not just Entertainah. You call me Chris.
Okay, all right, Chris. Well, Top's just Top.
Hey, you're a Met. Hey, he's a Mets fan.
I am a Mets fan, unfortunately.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
Although I do think the Mets are going to be freaking awesome now with Steve Cohen.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, this is probably one of my favorite pieces. I haven't hung it up yet in the apartment, but
Oh, that's awesome.
uh,
That's awesome.
Eddie Murphy with the Mets shirt on, you know, gotta hit him with that. So I'm glad we finally beat the Eagles because that was a fucking long time coming.
Yeah, it was about 50 years, it felt like.
I like the way that the team played. Like it was finally like the first time that I've seen like all three phases actually be complementary to one another. So it was good stuff, but of course, like typical Giants fans, we can't have nice news without fucking somebody getting fired. And so the whole Mark Colombo thing kind of was a little bit strange in a way because we had just come off a high of winning such an intense game, and then it's kind of muddied by this news. And I thought Mark Colombo was going to be a good addition this offseason, but I think I'm like with every other Giants fan at this point is all in on Joe Judge. Like he's the boss. He's made me enjoy watching the Giants again. So I'm putting my full trust and faith behind him and just letting him make the calls. If they were to say we're getting rid of Gettleman tomorrow, Joe Judge is taking care of everything, I'd be like, have at it, man. Do your thing.
This is Joe Judge's team. This is Joe Judge's team at this point. He's definitely brought a lot of hope to the fan base.
She hit it right on the head with though. It's so enjoyable to watch the Giants again.
Oh my God! Finally, I mean, don't get me wrong. There were a couple games not so long ago where I'm just like, why are we making the same mistakes over and over again? Like, it's super frustrating because even for such a young team, I think we're like one of the youngest, if not the youngest in the NFL. We were in almost every single one of those games, and the difference between this year and past years is we didn't get blown out in the second half. Like second halves of Giants from the past, like we'd hang in there for like a quarter or two, then after halftime we just shit the bed. And I liked what I've seen with them this year because they're actually fighting till the end. So, you know, we get a few more games like that. We might pull something together. You know.
What are we drinking tonight?
It's Al Capone, right?
Yes, it is. This is Alcatraz when I went. So yeah.
Nice.
It's just tea.
Nicole's been everywhere. There's not a place in the world Nicole hasn't.
I've been to Alcatraz too. I didn't get an Al Capone mug when I went there, but I've been to Alcatraz.
Yeah. So I guess, Chris, how are you feeling so far about the Giants? What do you think we're going to do? How many games do you think we're going to win past the bye?
I'm leaning 3. I'm leaning 6 for the year. That's what I picked at the beginning of the year, and then I kind of revised my prediction like week 6, week 7. I said maybe more like 4 or 5 now, but now I think I'm back on the 6 train. But yeah, I mean, regardless of playoffs or not this year, you know, I said going into the year it's all about progression, and we've seen significant progression in all facets this year. So, and I think we're all very confident with our young head coach and what he's building, and it just feels like for the first time in a long time that the New York Giants actually have a vision and that they're building the right way. And I do feel like when we get there, we're going to be there for a while. Like kind of like with Eli, you know, we were competitive every year from like 2005 to 2012. We always knew going into the year we were going to be at least in playoff contention. And I feel like that's where we're headed. And I think starting next year, I think we're going to have a good 5, 6, 7 year stretch of good football.
Hope so.
Yeah.
Pop, you still on that playoff train?
Hell yeah, we on that playoff train. What you mean? I'm on this playoff train. Somebody's got to win the NFC East.
Yeah, this Cowboys win yesterday was frustrating because I really wanted the Vikings.
The Cowboys are still a problem.
They are, and they have the easiest schedule for the rest of the season.
Yeah,
so,
which is typical.
I mean, honestly, I wouldn't want to go to the playoffs if the Giants weren't actually being tested. You know, like that's I wanted Joe Burrow to play. I want the Giants to play other teams at max strength, and that's how you go. Like that's how you realize how good your team is when,
that's why I've said I'm on this. I want week 17 to matter.
Yeah.
I
me
want it
too.
to matter. I want it to matter. And honestly,
It's gonna matter. I'm telling you right
no,
now.
I want it. I want it to matter. I mean, and on top of it, like we have to show that we can beat either Seattle, Arizona, or Baltimore to prove that we're actually can beat a team that's a winning team. Even if we beat Cincinnati this weekend, that doesn't prove anything. You know what's funny is you know what's funny is if knowing you wish that was actually a middle finger.
He's picking Eli's booger.
Hey, Entertainah's an Eli guy just like me.
Big
I'm an Eli guy.
I know you are. I know you are.
He's always watching me over here.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, so yeah, I don't know. I'm still on the. We're probably. What did I say? 3 wins? Is that what I said?
I said 3. I don't think you said anything.
No, she said.
Oh no, I mean like for the entire season, I said 3 wins.
You don't.
You said that like you said that at the start of the year.
Yes, and
You're changing that now. I hope
that's feasible though.
Oh,
I
mean,
hope
that's gonna
not.
happen.
It better not happen. It could, but it better not.
Nicole, do you want to stay with us for a little bit?
Yeah, I can chat for a little bit.
All right,
If you don't mind.
I'm gonna add somebody else to the stream.
Of course.
We got a few more. Let's see if Big Blue in the Bronx can talk. Big Blue, can you talk now?
Can you guys hear me?
There we go. What'd you
Better
do?
Wi-Fi. Good job.
What happened to you?
I don't
He got
even
the
know
Call
what
of
I was.
Duty headset. That's what he got.
Well, I mean, I got a headset now. I wasn't using one before, but I must say, Nicole and Entertainah, I disagree with you.
Oh no!
Whatever.
I'm telling you, Nicole, we're in a good place. I like our new owner. Mets are taking over soon. I'm telling you.
Well, good for you guys. You know,
Hope so.
good for you
I'm
guys.
tired of being the ugly stepsister.
Well, however it works out, the Yankees will always rule New York. So that's at least how I feel.
I hear you.
Entertainah.
Can't dispute that.
Quick question: McKinney comes back obviously maybe this week, but if he gets extended snaps, do you think Logan Ryan will move down to the second corner spot possibly, or you think he wants the 3 safety look, Patrick Graham?
It's a good question, and I don't know if they're going to move Logan Ryan to the outside, or they could potentially move Julian Love to the outside, or they could keep it as is, and those guys will lose some playing time. It's a great question. I don't think they put Logan Ryan on the outside because Logan Ryan basically came out and said this year that he kind of wants to be a safety or a slot corner, more so a safety, I think is what he said, because he feels like he's lost a step. So I don't think the Giants would put him on the outside. If anybody, I would guess if they were going to try something, I think they'd try Love.
I think he deserves an extension. What do you think?
Logan Ryan, yeah, they got to give him at least another year. The thing I worry about, how old's Ryan now? Do you guys know 28, 29?
I think he's 28, 29, something like that.
I worry if a team's going to offer him 3 or 4 years because he's played well, and I don't think the Giants are in a place to be able to do that. But if they could get him back in a 1 or 2 year deal, I think you got to do it.
I think Fackrell's going to lose some playing time, especially with Zimenez coming back.
I agree. Completely agree with that.
And maybe they'll try to put
I don't agree with that. I don't
don't think he's going to be completely on the bench, but I think he'll lose some playing time.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I've not been impressed by the X-Men so far, so we'll see what happens.
Well, I mean, if you look at like the advanced stats, he's okay. But I'm not an analytics guy, so I'm not going to go ahead and make an argument I don't know about. Yeah.
Oh, so you're not on your this isn't you that's not what you're
No,
doing.
I do not do that. I do not do that. I just like baseball, and like a lot of people try to prove the crap to me. Oh, expected ERA. Yeah, just use the normal stats, the eye test. Come on.
Yeah, they got rid of RBIs. Nobody cares about RBIs anymore.
Nobody cares about batting average anymore.
Yeah, what is that?
They think it's totally irrelevant. How was that roundtable, by the way, Entertainah, with Mike Too Nice and the guys from Talking Giants? How was that?
I had
watched a
fun.
little bit of it.
Pizzle didn't like some of it. I had fun.
I didn't like some of it.
Why not?
I had fun. I like those guys. I mean, Mike Too Nice and me, we definitely differ on some things. I'm a big Gettleman guy if you watch my channel.
Yeah, isn't like in his bio like #fire Gettleman?
It is.
Yeah, there you go. That's what the damn problem is. What you mean what the problem is? That's a damn problem right there. You can't be on. You can't be on.
I like
Mike.
Mike.
Be on. Look, I'm not speaking for Tainer. I'm speaking for myself. You can't be on the fire Gettleman train and then say, "Well, I think we're going to go to the playoffs." That doesn't make any sense. I mean, what are you talking about?
Fire Gettleman.
Gettleman, literally. Are you off the? Are you on to fire Gettleman too, Nicole?
Right now, I'm on that.
What are you talking? What? How could anybody
Can't be on the
think like
playoff
that?
train then? At least
No,
according to Pizzle's
he's
book.
literally look. he has built this thing from scratch. Like, we were in such bad shape that he's done so much work on this roster. And I'm on. Tell me if I'm wrong, Chris. You may know more. I think Gettleman hired Joe.
Well, he was definitely part of the hiring process. I mean, I don't know if he was fully responsible. Mara, him. I think it was a joint, process.
But what if he did? What if he did, Nicole? What if Gettleman is the reason why Joe Judge is the head
He's
coach?
at least partially responsible.
He's the reason why the Daniel Jones is the quarterback.
Then he finally made a good decision.
Let me tell you what. I'm all aboard the Dave Gettleman train.
I think the issue for people with Gettleman is, and I put more blame on Mara for this, but I think the issue with people for Gettleman is that he didn't start the rebuild process in 2018. He waited a year.
Yeah,
and that's a fair.
But he
criticism.
gave Giant fans.
I'm not mad at him for that.
Yeah, but I think Giant fans.
I think the team would be much more advanced had they started in 18.
Yeah, definitely.
A lot of Giant fans, including myself, was all about Dave saying, "Let's make a run."
I don't like his drafts. I like his free agency signings more than his drafts.
I agree that his drafts are a little bit suspect. But
Who did you guys want? Who did you guys want in the draft this year at number 4?
This year?
Yeah.
Honestly, I mean, I would have been okay with Thomas because I thought he was like the best tackle there. I honestly kind of wanted Simmons because I must admit, I was a little bit worried about Martinez covering wise, but then I said, you know what? Okay, I'm a Gettleman guy. I'm going to stick with it. So when they selected
Thank God
Thomas,
you're not the TM.
well, if I was
Nicole, you weren't.
Oh my God.
No Simmons, right?
That would have set us back like 12 years.
Yeah, I wanted to tackle. I was fine with Thomas Wills. I wanted to tackle. I was very happy they took a tackle.
I wanted Simmons, but I did not hate the pick because I know that you have to protect the franchise quarterback.
Exactly. You have to root for your team, not against.
I mean, he's just been in Arizona. He's okay, but he's a rookie.
He's been playing better lately.
He's been playing better, but I tell you what it is. For me, it was the Giants haven't had a really good linebacker in a long time.
Antonio Pierce.
Yeah, but even Antonio Pierce wasn't a homegrown player for us.
Washington.
Yeah, he came over from Washington, but Blake Martinez, to me, has been just.
It's been a home run.
It's been a home run. So, for me, the fact that we got him, I see what the plan was now. I see completely why Andrew Thomas was picked. So I don't hate it now. I'm not mad about it. And I think Andrew Thomas, now that Colombo got fired, I see why maybe Andrew Thomas was struggling.
Yeah, if you take a look, a couple of years ago, I think it was 2017 or actually 2018, he was the assistant to Paul Alexander, who was the Cowboys' offensive line coach. Cowboys fired Paul Alexander, and Paul Alexander criticized Colombo this year for talking about how Thomas had the wrong technique or whatever, and was criticizing Colombo for it. So hopefully, what Judge did with Coach Googs hopefully works. And by the way, going back to Nicole's comment, if I was the GM, I would have selected Josh Allen 2018 with the way I was feeling.
Yeah, I wanted Allen. But
that would have been a good pick. Looking at it now, that makes sense. Yeah. But
do you got a channel, Big Blue in the Bronx?
Yes, I do.
I didn't know that. I'll check it out.
Yeah, he's actually got a podcast too.
He's got a really good voice. He's got.
He's good.
Yeah,
he's
a
good
voice.
He's one of my guys. All right, Big Blue in the Bronx.
You're like Jenny from the Bronx, but Big Blue in the Bronx.
Thanks for joining us, Big Blue in the Bronx.
Thanks for coming on,
Thanks, guys.
I always like Big Blue in the Bronx. All right, I'm bringing Dylan on right here. Dylan,
you son of a bitch.
What's up? What's up?
What's up, Dylan?
Hey, I got a question for you guys. So, Evan Ingram's contract is coming up, right? I know Copizzle loves Evan Ingram a lot, So, what do you guys think that he wants for his contract, and what do you think the Giants will give him?
Who cares?
I don't think the Giants are keeping him. I think he's going to play one more year. Best case scenario for the Giants is this. He plays another year with the Giants. He plays out or maybe at the trade deadline, he's balling out and you're able to get, a good pick for him. Or he plays out the season and another team gives him a lot of money and you get a compensation pick. But he's coming back another year. But I don't think Evan Ingram will be here past 2021.
Yeah,
I think Jerry Jones signs him to a 2-year, $5 billion contract next season.
I'd sign up for that.
I don't even think he's here next year. Even I know.
How are we trading this guy?
I know. I'm just saying. I just don't even think he's here next year. I just don't see how it's even possible. But
I think with he doesn't fit the scheme anymore. I
he
think
doesn't fit any scheme.
if you go back to like Giants back in the day, like we don't need a flashy person at tight end. We need somebody who's a good blocker, is a reliable catcher, and is gonna block. Like who's just gonna do their job, right? Like
Smith,
Ballard, like Jake Ballard, Kevin Boss, like those types of players. Those are the prototypical Giants tight ends. They're not super athletic, but they get the job done.
Yeah.
A tight end always needs to be reliable for his quarterback.
Right.
And Evan Ingram is
Evan
not.
Ingram is just like a tweener, and I don't really know how he fits into the scheme, especially now since the Giants or Judge is definitely pushing out the agenda of, I want to make this a smash mouth running football team, right?
Which
Evan
means
Ingram,
you need to be able to
everybody was
block.
saying in the offseason, oh, sorry, I just did Trump hands. You can't. Evan Ingram's practicing his blocking. He's much better now, and it's like I don't see it. I don't see any progress.
You need to be.
You got to do this though.
Big league. He's gonna get cut. Big league.
Hey, it's going to be huge. Okay. Hey,
Huge.
but Evan, I mean, as far as smash football goes, you've got to be able to block as a tight end.
Yeah.
And Evan Ingram can't even get that right.
Right. Yeah.
I mean, I've tried to be as optimistic as I can with him, but I'm just so done with him. But I will say this: I was done with JPP when JPP left, and obviously JPP has kind of done really good in Tampa Bay. So I could easily be wrong about Evan Ingram going forward.
Right. Gotcha. Hey, Nicole, you're very beautiful. And I was wondering if you were single.
Let him go, Nicole. It's okay.
Because I know a very handsome single guy. He's a very good guy, and Entertainah is also single. And you guys.
Oh, Dylan, get out of here! Dylan, get out of here!
You guys agree on a lot of stuff, and it'd be cool if great first day or something would be to go to like a nice New York Mets game. Chilling on third base.
Right now, we can't go to a Mets game.
All right, Dylan.
Because there's this thing called COVID.
Dylan, thanks for joining us. Hey, Nicole. I mean, he's right. He's right, Nicole. You guys got the Mets. You guys got Eli. You got the Giants. I mean, but I want to say this. Honestly,
fucking thing off your fucking shoulder already. It's disgusting. Either
funny.
change the logo or take it off.
Listen, I want to tell you something I know about Nicole. She'll whoop your ass if you ain't careful. So I mean, she's got a little fight in me. She's got a little fight and mean streak in her. You got to watch out for her. All right, the Philly Aces.
Hey, John, what's up, buddy?
And up the Entertainah. What's up, my man? Pizzle. I gotta say, brother.
I
know you're happy that you finally beat my Eagles, my friend.
John.
I know that was probably the best day of your life.
I got to see your face.
No, it wasn't the best day of my life.
Yeah, because you couldn't beat us for like eight straight games, and you finally got off to beat us, and I'm very happy for your team finally doing that. But you gotta take, like Nicole said, take that Dallas Cowboy belt off. They stink. Get that off. Don't be a booger eater.
But I have ownership of this. This is my baby right now. Okay, this is like the movie The Little Giant.
Bad juju.
And I think bad juju. We ain't lost a game since I had it.
I got a question for you guys.
No, but still, we're undefeated since I had it.
I got a question for you guys. Saquon Barkley.
What you say, John?
I got a question. Yeah, I got a question for Saquon Barkley. Since he's been injured, and Bad Dog brought this up in his video, that you probably should get rid of him, because I believe that, because he's not a rumble tumble running back. Plus, he's getting older. Running backs have a short shelf life. When you want to try to get something for him, because if he gets injured again,
John,
you're screwed.
John, Pizzle, we're going back to fantasy land.
John, I'm going to tell you something, and I ain't being disrespectful. That's a booger-eating question.
No, but John, also,
how do you trade Saquon? John? I mean, no, I'm saying, like, how is it even possible? Like, I mean, I understand what you're saying. Like, I get the fact of, like, yeah, he got hurt. Yeah, he's older, but like, who the hell's going to trade for that? Like, you have to be a silly organization, right? Would you take Saquon?
There's always a sucker born every day. So,
would you take Saquon as an Eagles fan?
I don't think anybody's.
I
love Saquon.
Then you answered your own question, John.
I love Saquon, but you look at he's approaching. He's only got 2 years left on his rookie deal, and by the doctor's accounts, he's not going to be fully recovered till the 2 years. So you're going to be on the last year of the rookie deal, and then you're going to have to pay him massive amounts of money until such time he can prove he's healthy. He's not tradable. He's just not tradable. And if he is, you're going to get nothing.
Are you going to pay him like $20 million?
John, I know you're smarter than this, John.
Oh, come on, man. I'm just trying to get a straight answer.
No, well, I mean, you answered.
I can't answer the question right now.
I get that. I get what you're saying. Like, we'll have to pay him a ton of money. He's already messed up his knee. Like, he's old. Like, I get all that, but like, you're acting as if like the other organizations are just going to be idiots and just give us 3 first-round draft picks. Like, it's not. That's not. It's not going to work. It's not possible. It's fantasy land, like Chris said. You're living in that's fantasy. As a Giants fan, I would listen. I'm not kidding you. If someone gave us even if they gave us 2 first-round draft picks, I would take it right now. I would, but no one's giving that.
No one's
up.
giving you 1 first-round draft.
No, nobody's giving either. Like, so it's all just fantasy, theoretical, just nonsense. Like it can't happen. We're stuck with Saquon whether we like it or not.
And I think he's going to recover. I think he's going to play great.
Yeah, I think he can come back next year, and it'll take him probably to the second half of the year.
Yeah,
before he's really Saquon, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. And then I think Entertainah brought this up earlier. We'll franchise tag him at some point.
Yeah, I think that's what's going to end up happening.
I think, and it will not be good, but we can't. There's no way you can trade him, and it's not that it's talent wise. It's just it's not possible. Nobody's, you know what I'm saying? It's like buying a car that's used. Like you gotta look it over, and the teams aren't going to do it.
Right.
Yeah.
And one other thing, do you guys think that I know Pizzle's thoughts on that Wentz has been horrible? Do you think if Peterson wasn't our play caller right now, that he would be better, or what?
I love Eagle fans are trying.
Abysmal.
I know, but you Eagle fans, like y'all are trying to dig up something and come up and figure it out. like you guys have like like y'all have a massive pile of shit you got to get through before you get down to the bottom.
It's like that. You know what it is? It's like that big pile of shit from Jurassic Park.
Yes.
That's exactly. The Eagles right now.
It's not just one pile of shit that you scoop up from the little dog. You got literally a dinosaur of shit you got to dig through. Like, you know what I'm saying,
you got
John?
That Triceratops shit right now.
I mean, you got a big old pile of shit, and you've got to figure out how to get through all that before you can get to the problem. Like, it's not an easy fix.
No, I know. I'm just saying, like, since Frank left, it's been tough on him, and he hasn't been the same since, you know?
Yeah.
And Peterson has been abysmal. He brought the book out of Shermer's book. Because we're not using Sanders enough.
I actually like Carson Wentz, and I know a lot of people are going to chew me out about this. I think that anybody behind that offensive line would be shitty right now. Carson kind of reminds me of like Eli when he didn't trust the O-line. He was like just throwing it wherever. I think it was like 2013. He had the most interceptions he's ever had, and everybody was like, "Oh my God, get rid of him!" And then, you know, like he still had a couple more years left. I still think Carson is a decent quarterback. I just think that right now he's playing scared behind a shitty offensive line.
I completely agree.
And on top of it, he's been hurt. He's been severely hurt once already.
Yeah, I mean, you put anybody behind the Eagles O line, and nobody's gonna be successful. They've just been putrid. So.
John, we love you back, John. We love you back, John. Thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in, John.
All right, buddy.
Man, it's Eagle fans. I mean,
Triceratops shit.
Yeah, they literally have levels of just like, and then they're trying to figure it out quickly. They're like, oh, like, I think just one little thing will be good. And no, you're screwed for like a long time. Like it's good.
What I don't get though is that like with Miles Sanders, they have I don't know, like maybe their offensive line just can't pass block, but they don't have a really bad run game. Ever since Miles Sanders has come back,
the last 2 weeks. The last 2 weeks, the run game's been great, and they've gotten away from it.
Yeah. So I mean, which is fine with us because fuck it, like they don't know how to coach. That's on them. And we don't know if Peterson's calling run plays and Wentz is audibling out of them. That's another element to this. Is like maybe he's making the calls at the line, and who knows if it's Doug Peterson who's fucking shit up. But the thing that I love the most about the Eagles at this point is that they keep going for two. And I don't know why. I don't understand it, but
what was that about? When they went for two? What was the score, Pizzle? When they went for two, they were down.
I know it's Doug Peterson. Like that's what I'm saying. Like Eagle fans have came here tonight. I'm sure they come on your page. They came onto my page last night. They're trying to find answers through Giant fans. Like, you know what I'm saying? That's how messed up they are. They're so lost.
They're coming to the enemy.
Philly 500 isn't making any sense. Like Lord Brunson isn't making any sense. They can't figure it out. So they come to Giant fans like, hey, you guys have got y'all shit together all of a sudden. Help us get our shit together. No, you've been spitting on us for the last 4 years.
We ain't giving you Joe Judge.
Yeah, kiss my black ass. I don't care. Like it ain't gonna happen. Like you're screwed.
By the way, how did you decide to start saying kiss my black ass?
I'm a black man, Chris. Like it's like you can't tell me what I am and what I'm not in 2020. Bottom line, okay? It is what it is.
Fair enough.
Take it in, okay? ACM 135, are you there?
Yes.
By the way, you guys are like agreeing a lot together. Like you guys are making a good connection. Hey, what's up, man?
What's up, ACM?
This guy's intense, Nicole. Back up a little bit.
He's a what?
He's intense.
Oh, all right.
I've been known to cut promos like a WWE wrestler, but I'm not gonna do one tonight. I don't feel like it.
Okay, what's up? What's up, ACM?
Well, that last part of your stream last night left me with a bitter taste in my mouth. With the Even, I think his name was.
It was Even, but I think his real name was Mike. I think so.
He just kept shoving his food down far his mouth. It's just like it was hard to listen to.
Yeah, I know.
It's like
and honestly, what it is it's Eagle fans not coming to terms with things.
Yeah. You almost feel sorry for them. Almost.
I don't feel sorry for Eagle fans. I honestly don't. I do not feel sorry. Again, they're coming to Giant fans tonight, and they got Philly 5. They've got content creators, right, Tana? I mean, they've got plenty. Like
we're not your therapy. Well, we do enough therapy.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, it's like they come to us and they're like, listen, can y'all help us figure it out? Like I don't want to lose the season. No, you're screwed. Like it's over. Like the window, seriously, the championship window closed.
Oh yeah.
Like you got one. You should be happy.
It's gonna be another 40 years.
But it's gonna be another 40 years. You know what I'm saying? So the window closed. And that's just it is what it is.
I wonder if Philly fans think that they would be doing better with Nick Foles as quarterback at this point.
Like that's what that's what I'm saying. Like when a multitude of shit because they've got so many layers that they have to deal with to try to come with terms with how they got to where they are, and it's just going to be a while for them.
Yep, but when one window closes, another opens.
Not for them.
Yep, just not for them.
It's staying closed for a while, that window.
Yep, but the window for us is slightly cracked open. I mean, I know it's might be a long shot, but if we keep playing well, hopefully we can make a playoff run. But
we lost him.
Well, if we keep playing well and every other team's quarterback gets injured, we might make a run.
Hey, we're making a playoff run, and then all of a sudden, poof, it just vanishes. I mean, I swear to you, I didn't do anything.
I think Pizzle was getting bored of AC.
Just poof, like he just went out of here. I mean, like a fart in the wind. See you later. I mean, my goodness.
He disappeared like Odell Beckham.
How do we want to close? How do we want to close this out tonight? You guys want to have some final thoughts? You want to say a few things?
No more guests. We're done.
He's back, but I think he said his piece. I think he said enough. I mean, honestly, why would you not want to end like that? You know what I mean? Like,
you have to have a better call than that. I mean, that just ended so abruptly.
I can put the link out there and we can try one more. And
I have a question.
Go ahead.
I have a question. When are you gonna? No, for real. Like, I'm not even playing around. When are you gonna change the logo on that thing that you're wearing on your arm?
I'm thinking about it. Chris gave me a good idea. Chris gave me a good idea.
Fucked up right now. You have a Southern accent and you have a fucking Cowboys thing over your shoulder. What the fuck?
I didn't make this belt. I didn't make it. Listen, Chris gave me actually a really good idea. You know the little logo where the guy's like pissing on something?
No, don't put that. That's not classy.
I don't want to be classy.
Cowboys belt.
I don't want to be classy. It's a Cowboys belt. Are you kidding me? I don't want to be classy.
Nah, I don't know. Just put a turd on it.
If I just put a
put a Triceratops shit on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I could just put like a little turd.
Yeah.
Set it right there. Like a couple, like 4 turds in all 4 corners.
Yep. Put
You know what I mean?
like Michael Irvin's face on a turd, like Emmitt Smith's face on a turd, like,
You got to take your time
Turd
and let things
booger
develop.
eaters.
Yeah, booger. Like you got to take time. Like let it develop. I might let J-Wad get a shot of this.
Is J-Wad alive?
Yeah, he's alive. He's kicking. He's creeping on Pizzle. He's creeping. He's creeping.
I went to Dallas.
It was actually no joke. No joke. I had a guy come on here. Nicole's was part of the original Giants Mafia.
Oh,
we had a guy come on that.
How many members were in the original Giants Mafia?
We had like 13. I mean, there was quite a few for a little bit.
And every single one of them made videos.
Yeah, a bunch of them made videos, and some of them good, some of them bad. But anyways, Nicole, there was a guy that came on whose name was Real New York Giants Mafia. And I said, how did you get the name? And he's been watching my channel since 2007. And he made it because he was showing some respect.
Baby Pizzle.
Yeah, Baby Pizzle. That's when I was about 15 pounds, 20 pounds lighter too.
I remember seeing a video, I think it was in 2007 of you, and I'm like, who the f is this?
You found me because
why are they?
You found me because
is he speaking English?
but you found me because I put one of my first videos on the Giants forum, didn't you?
That's right.
Yeah, I went on to the New York Giants forum on. That's where before YouTube. That's where I used to always go to chat and talk Giants football. Was I went to the Giants forum message boards on Giants.com.
Yep.
And then I decided to start making videos, and then I would link my videos on the site like a dumbass.
They probably didn't like that.
No, I don't think they did either. But like I was like,
50 feedback. It was like, I like his shit, and then there'd be other people like, what the f is this?
Yeah, what the hell is this guy? Hey, what's up, Carlos Sanchez?
Hello.
Oh no.
Yo, what's good?
What's up, Carlos?
What's going on, buddy?
Nah, nothing much. Just I love you both, man. I fucking love you both. I don't know. I don't know what to fucking say.
We love you too. Thank you for watching.
Where you at, Carlos? Where you from, Carlos?
From fucking Jersey.
From fucking Jersey.
From fucking Jersey.
That's what I'm right, Nicole. From fucking Jersey.
Yeah.
I'm a Jersey boy.
All right, what's up?
Nothing much, man. Nothing much.
Okay.
Can I recommend something?
Oh no!
Don't do it. No. Let's don't get stupid, Carlos.
No. I got nothing. No, I swear to you, got nothing to do with Nicole and Chris. I mean, you can read the chat if you want on that. Chat's going crazy right now with that. But anyways, no. Can I recommend something?
Yeah, Carlos, recommend it, motherfucker.
So, is it possible to do a stream with yourself Chris. I think I posted this on your community, Bezel, but it's with Chris, you, Bad Dog, Philly 500, and Mark Holmes. What would you think of that?
Do you think it's possible, Chris?
That's a lot of testosterone.
I think it's fucking possible.
Can we even do 5 in a room?
Yeah, you do. You could do. Actually, I paid for it because I streamed the game, so I need more time. You could. I think I could have up to 10 people on mine. And
well, let me tell you right now, Carlos. There is no man that I've ever came across on YouTube that I would not be afraid to have a chat with.
Of course, you're fucking Pizzle.
I'm Pizzle. That's right. I mean, and honestly, now,
don't gas him up.
Yo, listen,
Nicole, this man just told me that if I came to Jersey, he would pick me up and take me wherever I want to go.
There's not much to go to.
Is that true? Is that true, Carlos?
I would get bottle service with all you guys.
What part of Jersey you live in, Carlos?
Central. I'm from around Monmouth County. I don't want to say it out loud, but
You know, he's from Jersey when he tells you he'll get you bottle service.
What do you mean?
Sounds like one of the Jersey Shore guys.
What are you talking about? That's what we fucking do. We go to New York, we fuck shit up, and we have fun.
Nicole, he's just a young cat.
I hope you're taking an Uber.
I got Airbnb on deck any day.
Love it.
Let me know. But no, listen.
Is that near Monmouth Park?
What?
Where you just said?
Oh, I live by the shore, by the Jersey Shore. Okay, I'm not far from
the Jersey
I'm
Shore
by, like,
to go. That's a good.
So he probably knows Mike's situation and
yeah, you know Mike's situation.
I actually go. We have the same barber. I
We
go
got
to
a
the same
situation
place.
tonight. That's for damn sure.
I go to the same barber he goes. So I met him so many times. Good guy.
Who do you like better, Mike the situation or Pizzle?
I mean, you guys are two different people. I mean, I've never seen it.
Well, we are, but we are. Gym Tan Laundry.
I've never seen you get down at a club though, so I can't really judge.
I can imagine Pizzle in a New York City nightclub.
I could imagine Pizzle, like, I don't know. I can imagine doing some crazy shit with you and
wearing that shit on his shoulder in the club too.
Yeah, of course.
Blowing the whistle.
Of course.
Bet. I'll bring my whistle too.
Oh, and the whistle.
And I'll be over there. You know what, Carlos? Maybe we'll do that. Maybe one day we'll do this, Carlos. Maybe when this COVID stuff, I'll just come up there and I'll hang out with you and you Jersey Shore boys.
Oh, no bullshit though. I mean, it'd be cool if you guys could all.
You already told me I got bottle service.
Yeah, that's for sure. I don't mind. That's on me, 100%.
Yeah, on him, Nicole.
But it'd be cool to
Now
do
wait.
a tailgate at MetLife for when we get back.
I definitely want to do
It's
that.
It's gonna happen, Carlos. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
But yeah, man. Nicole, listen, Pizzle's the shit, and so is Chris. And no shit. This is dead ass. This is OD facts right now. I've watched. What's so fun? I don't get what's so funny.
I've known Nicole since 2007. But go ahead. She knows I'm the shit. Go ahead. I'm just.
Yo, listen, Pizzle. Funny story.
She fucking hates me. Go ahead.
I never knew about you until I saw Chris's. I saw Chris. The first YouTuber I've seen for the Giants was Chris, hands down.
Which video?
Okay.
I think it was. What is it?
You don't have. I'm just curious.
It had to be. It was Odell. It was a time when Odell, definitely got. It was when he got traded.
Traded?
No,
Okay.
sorry. I take that back. I think it was Tom Coughlin. Tom Coughlin got fired. I think that's.
Well, I wasn't on YouTube when Tom Coughlin.
And that was. Was it? Or was it OBJ? It had to be Odell then.
Maybe it was OBJ.
It had
Okay.
to be Odell.
All right.
Yeah, it had to be. And then I saw Bad Dog, and then I saw Pizzle come up in my feed for like recommended, and I don't know, I just fucking fell in love. Like he's just a different breed. He's just different.
Different breed.
This guy blows his whistle for therapy.
Yeah, that's what I say it all
And
the
he
time
thinks he's
too,
black.
Carlos.
He thinks he's black.
I say
But
it too, Carlos.
I
I'm a
love-
different breed.
I'll tell you one thing. I love when you guys get together though. I haven't seen one stream with all three people, meaning you, Bad Dog, and and Chris. I haven't seen a stream yet, unless
we did one.
Yeah, we've done one before.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
it was
okay.
a round table, Giants round table. Yeah,
Okay, I don't know how long that was, but I haven't gone.
we'll
that
do
far.
another one. We'll do another one soon.
Yeah, but it would be dope to do all 5 of you guys. I think the fans would want it. I'm telling you right now.
The people
No
want it.
shit.
Carlos. The people
I
want it.
want it bad. I want it bad.
Okay.
Not like that. Nicole, you're looking at me like you're giving me that sus look. I mean, what do you like? I don't get it.
I mean, I didn't say it. Some guy, Jake X said this dude is mad sus. Lol.
He sounds a little sus.
What are you talking about?
Just a little bit. I'm not, a little bit.
I think everyone wants. I think the fans want it.
Also, Alex Fernandez said he will tailgate chicken nuggets out of his Mini Cooper. That's my favorite comment.
Everyone's calling me a pussy because I was supposed to be on here to set you and Chris up, but they're kind of mad at me because I'm not really doing the job because I don't know what else to do. I can't really do anything. Like,
You did good, Carlos.
You did a great job, Carlos.
You did a great job, Carlos. We gotta move on.
Well done,
Yeah,
Carlos.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to it.
Ciao.
Thank you, Carlos. You know what's funny is I've got a video of Nicole when we met. First time we met, we were in a hotel. And
Oh my god, it was so trash.
And she said that I was the rookie of the year, but that if a guy walked in right now, what did you say? I've got that video somewhere. I might put it on my channel. This girl right here is a savage. I mean, I'm telling you, you guys. I'm gonna.
A lot of good times.
There's Bobby.
Hi, Nicole. How you doing?
Hi, Bobby. How are you?
You know me, Nicole?
No, I don't. I'm just meeting you now.
Well, you're
Maybe we can set them up.
No.
I'm just kidding, Bobby.
How you doing, Bobby? What's up?
Where you from, Nicole?
I was born and raised in Jersey.
Oh, you're from New Jersey. Oh, I'm from New York.
How about you?
I was born in the Bronx, then moved to Queens.
Ah.
And I'm in smelly Vermont.
Ugh.
Vermont
Yeah,
smell?
say it again. Yeah. Yeah.
I picture Vermont smelling like maple syrup.
Yeah, but it's cows and other stuff up here.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nice people in Vermont, though. So
Yeah, a lot of nice people. Yeah, nice. You know what kind of nice? I'm not telling you what kind of nice.
Whoa, you got that in New York too, Bobby.
Hey, I know, but there's more up here than down there.
I know there's not. I assure you. New York has a lot of people.
Christopher, I didn't like the comment you made.
Well, I'm not.
About the whistle, about his therapy.
That's what he said.
No, you said that he uses therapy. He thinks he's black.
He does. He told me that. He just
You
said
said
it.
that. You said that, Copizzle.
I said, why does he say
I'm
he's
black,
got?
Bobby? I don't know what else to say. Okay, I mean, you're either black or you're not. That's what I am. Okay,
I'm
I can't help it.
pure white as ghost.
Yeah.
I didn't know that, Christopher. I didn't know. I'm sorry. Hey, Christopher, Seahawks still loves you.
That's your cat. I appreciate it.
Yeah, my cat still loves Christopher. Every time she hears his voice, she gets excited.
Why did you name her Seahawk again? I think you told me this. I don't remember.
Because my brother had a cat named Kai who died, but before he died, he always picks the Seahawks to win. So that's why my brother. Yeah. So Copizzle, you're awesome too. You know that.
All right, Bobby, I appreciate it. I think you're awesome too.
I was so funny that the Smelly Eagles lost yesterday.
Yeah, I was fired up. I was fired up about as fired up as I am about this chat right now. I mean, this has just been an electric moment in time, and it was really great to watch the Eagles lose yesterday. And it's just great to watch the Giants finally emerge as where they rightfully belong.
When I was
watch us be laughing all shits and giggles right now, and we fucking blow fucking shit to bed on Sunday. It won't
No,
be
we're not
going
going
I'll be sad then.
to lose to Cincinnati. No.
We don't need that negative energy here. We don't need that.
Bobby, are you wearing a
just
flat
being
top
real.
tonight? Is that
Am
a
I
flat
on the
top
what?
tonight? Is that a flat top haircut tonight?
Yeah, I got my haircut.
But it's not a flat top.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah.
Okay.
It's a flat top?
But it looked like a flat top.
You had to see my hair before it was nasty.
No, I think it looks good.
It was too long. I looked like a dog.
Did you cut it yourself or did you go to the barber shop?
No, I had my her name is Desiree. I like how she rubs against me, you know, when she puts me. So
Bobby, you are one of a kind, my friend.
Copizzle, I was on the Entertainah the other day.
Yeah.
And we were talking about the smell of eagles, how they smell like a back end of a horse.
Well, this belt right here, who's been hanging out with Philly 500, actually stinks.
Yeah, I know. Well, Philly 500 is my friend. I don't like talking bad about him.
I'm just saying, he can be your friend and say that he stinks, Bobby. It's okay. I have friends that stink too. They hang out in the woods too much.
He's funny, Philly 500. Nicole, do you have your own channel too?
I do.
What channel is yours?
I don't even remember what's my YouTube handle.
It's Nicole PTL6. She doesn't really
There
make
you go.
videos, Bobby.
Oh, okay. Well,
she just hangs around. She just hangs around and watches her own.
I'm just a
spends her-
squatter.
And guess who I met on? Guess who I met on Entertainah's channel the other night too? Steffi. No, Steffi from Twitter.
Yeah. We've had a lot of women pop up on our streams lately, and I
like it. It's bringing a different demographic.
It's bringing diversity.
I'm in love with Steffi, right? Entertainah.
What? I knew what you said.
I fell in love with Steffi. I told you.
You fall in love with every female, it seems.
Well, not every female.
Most.
That girl. Hey, let me tell you what. That girl looked like she can put down some White Claws.
Oh, she's gorgeous. I'm telling you. Oh boy.
Yeah, and you know what they say, Bobby.
What?
Ain't no laws when you're drinking the claws.
Well, I'm like 52 years old, so I might be a little too old for her.
Bobby, you're never too old, man. As long as you maintain your 60 minutes, that's all that matters.
Oh, I could do that. I definitely could do that.
I'm sure you can, Bobby.
Unfortunately, I know way too much about Bobby's sex life. He's come on my stream and told me how he lost his virginity, which we don't need to relive, Bobby.
Why did you do that, Bobby?
I don't know why he did it, but he did it.
Because I'm honest about it. You want to hear it too?
No, Bobby. Listen, I get it. Pizzle wears his heart on his sleeve sometimes, but it can be a bad thing.
It was a bad thing, right, Entertainah?
It was a bad thing, yes.
Yes, it was a bad thing.
But Bobby, thank you so much.
Bobby, thank you for joining us.
Who are we on? Copizzle's channel or your
We're
channel?
on Copizzle. Yeah, this is Pizzle's channel. It's a lonely place over here.
Who gives you the right to tell me when to leave, Entertainah?
I'm not telling you to leave. I said it's been a blast to have you on. That's not telling you to leave.
That means you're kicking me off.
No, not at all. I didn't say get out of here.
Bobby.
It's been a blast to have you on.
Nobody's kicking you off. Look,
I like to talk a little bit more, Nicole. You got more people on.
I got more people, Bobby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm trying to give everybody a chance.
Entertainah, you know I'm your friend still, right?
Of course.
You haven't seen Mrs. Softy yet, right?
Bobby, Mr. Softy's an ice cream man. It's almost December.
I like Mr. Softy.
Bobby,
Nicole,
the next time I go live and tell the story. You can tell the story next time. So just
you
get it ready.
Get the story?
No, next time. Next time, Bobby.
Nicole, how you? Nice to meet you. You're very beautiful.
Thank you, Bobby. Hope you have a good evening.
Yeah, you could tell she's from New Jersey. No, I'm from New York.
What does that mean?
Well, we both got the same accent, me, you, and her. Copizzle's from Virginia,
how could you
from Virginia?
How could you tell she's from Jersey?
Copizzle, where you from?
Virginia.
Listen, Bobby.
I'm dying right
people
now.
that are from Virginia, they're the ones that get with their sisters. Okay, I'm in Tennessee. Okay.
Oh, okay.
You get with your cousins instead.
No, I don't. That's in Kentucky. That's Kentucky,
okay.
Entertainah. That's
All
Kentucky.
Right. I didn't know you had more people. I'll cut down for that. When is your next time going live?
I don't know, but I'll have to think about it.
Hey, Chris, when is yours?
I don't know yet.
Okay.
But Saturday I'll be doing the calling thing. Which, by the way, Pizzle, you're invited to if you want to come on.
Oh, Saturday?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll sign up again for you. I forgot to sign up for you.
Thank you, Bobby.
All right, Bobby.
Peace out, guys.
All right, buddy.
I don't know how you're going to follow that. John Spire, what's up?
You just hang up now, John Spire. You're not topping that.
I can't top that. No shot, bro. No shot at the top of that.
What's up, buddy?
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Good. How are you?
I've lost all sense of reality, but go ahead.
You didn't even get to hear the virginity story. It gets better.
I kind of wanted to hear that story, but I guess that's for the younger people.
I'd have to call Howard Stern to get that story, I think, but that's okay. That's okay.
Hey, listen, Baba Booey. Listen, I just wanted to come on the show. I just hopped in, and I just got to give my respect to Entertainah, one of the best Giants YouTubers out there. And Copizzle, you crack me up every time, my dog.
Thanks, John. I mean, tonight I'm truly the one that's cracking up, though. I'm trying to get control of it, but I've got funny gas in me right now.
Yeah, listen, Bobby, man, he's a living legend now. I don't know how I can top it.
Get a good one.
But I don't know if I have any more. I don't know if I have a question. I mean,
you gave a shout out. You showed some love. You did your job.
Love to the Tana. He's my legend right here. And Nicole, great to see you. I've never seen you.
She's original. She's an original Giants mom.
Did you know she's from Jersey?
I did. Yeah, we did know she's from Jersey. I'm not from Jersey.
Where are you from?
Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're a neighbor. Nice to meet you. What's your real name?
My name is Jordan.
You know we got to get on the show. I see him in the chat. We got Rover in the chat.
Yeah, hop on. I just want to give my shout out to Tana and Cop.
No, I'm not trying to get you off. I just said
Giant Spy. I appreciate it. I appreciate the love. I appreciate it.
Giant Spy, man. Thank you so much for being a great supporter. I really do appreciate it.
Have a good night, Jordan.
No problem.
Isn't this so much more fun than talking about next year's draft? I mean,
we're talking about dinosaur poop and Bobby. And can't beat this.
Oh, authentic.
My man.
What's good with y'all?
What's up, buddy?
I'm chilling, man. I just woke up from a serious nap like about 45 minutes ago, man. But I saw y'all live, and I was like, let me come in and chop it up and chat.
You sleep?
Yeah, I know, right? I had to sneak one in, bro.
What's up, man?
I'm cooling, man. I don't know if y'all might have got to these questions already, but I got two questions for y'all. One of them is, how much panic will settle in if we can't go into Cincinnati and beat them convincingly?
So you're leaving open the possibility we win, but not convincingly.
Exactly.
If we win, I think it's. I don't think there's any panic as long as we win.
Just win.
Yeah. If we lose, I think you're gonna hear a lot of draft talk.
More of that, right?
Yeah.
Man, we've been hearing way too much draft talk, man. The Giants have been playing well. I want to eliminate all that draft talk, at least for a couple weeks.
What I said.
Let's get a W.
I just don't want to see sloppy football as long as we get the win. Because any given Sunday, right? Like you think about it, like teams show up. I mean, Minnesota beat Green Bay a couple weeks ago, and who knows? They don't really have an identity. I think Cincinnati, their defense is, I think, the worst defense we've played so far. We've had a ton of really good defenses that we've gone up against. So I think they're either second or third tier defense. Hopefully we can establish and keep the running game going. I just want to play a clean game. If we play a clean game, I'm expecting a win. I don't care if it's by 1 point or 7 points. I just don't want like disgusting and sloppiness going on anymore. Like I'm tired of that. So doesn't matter as long as we win.
I feel that. Pizzle, you good?
Just win.
Just win.
That's all it is for me too. I mean, obviously, I won 4 quarters and beat them by double digits, but
Yeah.
at the end of the day, you win by 1 point. I don't care.
I need a W, and I just need to get a W.
I got you. And then you know I'm tapped in with the Giants, but for the fans who are outside of the Giants base that are saying the Giants have only beaten Washington and only beaten the Eagles and can't win outside the NFC East, what do you say to that?
TBD.
Yeah, honestly, like they got to prove it. Yeah, they got it. I mean, they got to prove it because they've had opportunities to beat like Tampa this year, Chicago, LA. Obviously, they got their ass kicked by the 49ers. They've had their opportunities, but they failed to get the job done. But I've been saying this, Authentic, and I truly 100% believe this. We had to overcome a huge hurdle for us, which was beating the Eagles. And now that I think we've overcome that, I think now that's going to give us the confidence to go on to the next level, which is beating teams outside the NFC East.
We all know, though, if they beat the Bengals without Burrow, you're still going to have the naysayers. They're going to say,
no, I know that.
For sure.
We will get the naysayers will stop if we go and beat Seattle.
That's when it stops.
That's when it stops.
Yeah.
But so if you beat Cincinnati and you beat Seattle, that's a 4-game winning streak. And you beat a team that's considered legit in some people's eyes.
And the Eagles.
And well, yeah, would it be a 4-game winning streak?
Yeah, I'm just
Washington,
saying.
Philly,
Yeah.
Cincy. So, but the thing, well, I don't think anybody thinks the Eagles are any legit because they've been laughing at
just like you said, just the fact that we haven't been able to beat them.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. I think that's a mental hurdle that we have overcome. The Cowboys, the Eagles have really messed us up mentally, and now that we've won that game. I think the Giants, they beat Cincinnati. Nobody will give us any credit if we win, right? They'll still continue to laugh at us, but it's how we play against Seattle, which will be a big question mark. But as we've been saying earlier, one game at a time.
Yeah, definitely.
Cincinnati,
I know Coach Joe Judge is thinking like that. And I'm thinking the same thing. I mean, with the Seattle game, it's going to be a big game, but I don't think we could just go into that game and just play well. We're going to have to win that game to win over all the naysayers for sure.
Yeah, I agree. I don't think no matter what we're going to win over the naysayers in the Cincinnati game, but I don't care. Just win.
Yeah.
Just win and then find a way to win at least one out of the next 4 and hopefully give yourself an opportunity against Dallas week 17.
Yeah.
I mean, the offense has been getting better game to game. Defense has been getting better game to game. We have, Xavier McKinney, who I don't expect to come back till probably like 2 or 3 weeks, but we were talking about him throughout I heard you guys talking about him earlier. It's going to change the dynamic of our defense. But I think if the D keeps getting better, I think that people are going to have to start paying attention. And if Daniel Jones cuts back on the interceptions and the fumbles and we just play a clean football game, I think we'll be in every single game throughout the rest of the season. Like, I don't foresee us getting blown out if we don't have any turnovers, if our offensive line keeps blocking up front for the run game, and if our defense keeps improving. I think, we're solid, we're a disciplined football team, especially these past 3 or 4 weeks. And our trajectory is rising, whereas other teams, not so much. Other teams are dipping while our stock's going up. So we'll see.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I think the Giants have one of the highest stocks as far as coming up of all teams, not even just the NFC East, man. But I think it's a close race, man. I don't like that Dallas is on our heels now. That Vikings game really, really did something to me. I really would have liked to put them away. But I'm looking forward to seeing a close race, and I think Daniel Jones is the guy for the job. This is going to be a good test for him these last couple games, these last 6 games, and hopefully he can make a run here, man, and get the fan base off his back for real.
Authentic, I love you. I love you.
Hey, I love
You're
you too,
my
Pizzle.
boy.
Pizzle
Thank
cares,
you for joining
man.
us tonight.
I love Authentic too.
Hey, I appreciate y'all, man. Thanks for having me on real quick, man. And
have a good night.
I hope you don't freeze up when I ask you your channel, Nicole, so I can subscribe to you too, like you did when Bobby was on.
It's Nicole PTO6.
PTO6, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna check you out, man. Good chopping it up with y'all, man. Y'all have a good night.
Nice to meet you. Have a good night.
Nicole, we've got to post some videos now.
She's got fans already.
You got fans. You got fans. All right, we're gonna run through it. Savage Cabbage, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
What's up, man?
Hear me?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
I got you and one more, and then we got to shut her down for the night. What's up, man?
Nothing much, man. Kind of hard to follow up from Authentic. I mean, I watch a lot of his videos. He's super
man.
cool. I watch all you guys too. Copizzle, Entertainah, Bad Dog.
Appreciate it.
This comes from a Cowboys fan, by the way. So,
well, I appreciate it.
Yeah, I watch all you guys because you guys have great personalities and all that. That being said, I still think we're going to win the division. I still think.
I don't blame you.
I
think you guys have a very favorable schedule.
I think we have the best D in the division.
I don't.
Oh no, that's wrong. That's wrong.
I'm sorry, man. After the Vikings
that's
game,
wrong. You can say you have the better offense, but I don't think you have the better defense.
Mainly because we got rid of Donatario Poe, and that was like where most of the trash really was for our.
I gotta disagree with you on that.
I feel a lot of that was not mainly, but he was a big part of our defense not playing up to like our typical standard. And replacing him with Neville Gallimore, who's light years better, and he's a rookie. You know what I mean? So
I'm not going to give you a hard time.
Washington has a pass rush.
I'm not going to give you. Yeah, I'm not going to give you a hard time because I will tell you right now. I think the Cowboys are a problem for the Giants as far as But again, we may meet each other week 17 with everything on the line.
Right. And I think that's what it's going to come down to. That's going to be an awesome game. Like I cannot wait for that game.
I hope it does. But I can't go with you on that. You think that? I mean, I mean, I don't think I don't think that's true.
I get it. It's just that's just kind of my gut feeling, and
I would argue that Dallas might have
go on, I feel like it'll show. You know,
I even think that, and I don't think that Washington is complete pushover for you guys Thursday, because I actually think Washington might have a better defense than Dallas.
Well, yeah, and Washington's pass rush is nothing to mess with either.
It might be the best in the NFC East, honestly. Their pass rush.
Nicole's right with Sweat and Chase Young and them boys. I mean they're a scary team. The defense is pretty scary. But some players on the Giants that I kind of want to kind of put on the pedestal real quick that I kind of think they're going to be pretty good for you guys in the future. That Bradbury guy and Blake Martinez, that linebacker, I believe that the guys have.
Yeah,
those are great players.
Yeah, they've been great.
I've kind of seen some highlights and seen just a little bit of their games, and you all have a team that are on that's on the up, a young defense, just a young core, and it's worrying, but for the future. But I just feel like we're kind of, with us, we have that coming back. I feel like in the future it'll be mainly Giants, Cowboys. Like I feel like that's going to be kind of the two big dogs.
I won't write off Washington.
Yeah, if Washington,
I'm not going to write off Washington yet, but definitely they have to bet on the fact that they have to actually get a quality quarterback. I'm not sure,
I'll say this too about Dallas. They I don't know if the players on their team right now are buying into what their coach is selling.
Okay.
And that could be a problem, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen those reports, players, and I feel like a lot of that was Griffin that we got rid of. I feel like a lot of those reports came from him and just kind of, I guess, not liking what the coaches were preaching to him. And he's a vet. That's just kind of I'm not saying that's definitive, but just that's kind of what where I think that came from, those reports. But I think we're emerging to this season, so I feel like it's gonna be just this neck and neck kind of fight for the NFC East between you guys and us. So
do you think Mike McCarthy's your coach?
Do I think he's my coach? He's our head coach, but as far as him being like a pretty good coach for the long run, so far, you got to give him more than a year, because with this COVID year, they didn't have like training camp and all this, all this kind of pre-work, before the season. I feel like just give him an extra year, to give him some more time, basically, and then see how he turns out. I feel like it's too early to.
In fairness, you guys also had a ton of injuries. Like the Cowboys had a ton of injuries. But I'm not a McCarthy guy. I don't think he was a good hire. But you guys have had a ton of injuries.
Yeah, I think he's going to be. We'll see. I'll see how he kind of molds this team to whatever vision he has. But I'm going to give him more than a year. And it's like I said, this is a COVID year. It's not a normal year. So I would give him more time, basically. But I like Joe Judge. So I'm going to put that out there. I think he's a great coach for you guys. Jason Garrett, not so much. I think you guys.
What do you think of Danny Dimes?
Daniel Jones. I'm not a believer. Sorry. I'm not
Dan, you better be a believer.
Jones, bro. Sorry. And this is.
When he runs for a 99-yard touchdown in Week 17, I'm sure you'll be a believer.
I don't know about that, but I mean, he can make good throws every now and then. I feel like he'll have kind of like a Wentz effect, where it's like he'll have like a really good peak year, maybe a couple good peak years, and then kind of just fall the crap off. You know what I mean? Like just fall off, and then just, you know what I mean? I don't know, but that's kind of my take on him. But I could be completely wrong. He pulls some Eli Manning type stuff off, and and that guy scared the hell out of me when he was playing back in 2014, 2013, even when you guys weren't really that good. But he plays with some heart,
I hope he becomes close to Eli. That'd be great.
But yeah, I mean, if he turns out to like a fraction of that, I mean, then they'll end up being good, good pick. But I'm not like that much of a believer in him that much. But
thanks for joining us, man.
All right, yeah. Love you guys. Love your content. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you for the support, buddy.
Savage came in here like he wanted to do like some trash talking, but he didn't want to go like all the way with it. He just kind of dipped his toe and he's like got out real fast. He's like, "Oh yeah, I got the best defense." But let me tell you what Jones sucks. And he didn't know what he wanted. All right, so I know this is going to be electric. Well, maybe this might close us out for the night. I don't know. We'll see. It's Rover Sports.
What's going on, Spence?
I made it. I can't believe it. I'm the last guy in. I never know when you're going live, and it's freaking incredible that I'm able to come here. Last guy.
I mean, the main event.
It's great to have you on, Spence. Love you, Spence.
Nicole, it's nice meeting you. I'm Spencer from Rover Sports.
Nice to meet you. Who are you a fan of?
I'm a New York Giants fan. I even got the official shirt from the Super Bowl. You know, when I went.
That's awesome.
See, Tom Brady lose tonight.
Spence has actually been in my man cave, Nicole. He's been here. Yeah, I've hung out with him. We've had some good times together. He's a wild man. Look at him.
Are you guys? Do you both live in Tennessee or?
No, hell no. Does he look like he lives in Tennessee?
No.
He's in front of a green.
He's a Philly guy.
Well, but Nicole, we were hanging out in Nashville, and we saw Daniel Jones.
He went to the draft. He came to the draft. We were there when Daniel Jones was drafted. We were actually together when Dexter Lawrence was drafted too.
I think you might have come over after to that crab shack. I don't know where you were when Jones got selected.
We had dinner at a crab shack.
It was crying in the bathroom. That's where
it was. It was right. We were getting rained on when Dexter Lawrence got picked. We were together.
Mm-hmm.
And it was a good time.
That was special, but I have roots in Tennessee.
Yeah. Spencer wants to move to Tennessee because he likes it so much.
Mm-hmm.
Never been to Tennessee.
Yeah, Spencer loves it.
Yeah,
Spencer, I told him, he's this is beautiful. This is beautiful. This is beautiful.
Spencer's always seemed to like the South.
I said, what do you got in Philly? I don't have this. This is beautiful.
The man cave's incredible.
What's up, man? What do you got for us tonight?
Well, I just, I'm kind of excited actually that like the NFC East, I'm not afraid of the Dallas Cowboys, like honestly beating the Vikings. I'm more excited about the Eagles losing. And now that Ryan Finley's coming into this game, there's a ton of pressure on the Giants actually, because I kind of want to beat a team at full strength. And it's just, you know what I mean, Cop? It's like I'm a little nervous about playing a backup quarterback and the expectation a little bit.
First of all, how's your dad right now? Because your dad is a big Eagles fan, and he has got to be losing his mind right now.
Actually, so I have to do shows with my dad, and he said he wants to fire Doug Peterson.
Yeah.
And I'm really afraid. And I keep saying to my dad, you got to give Doug Peterson some time. You got to
he sucks. Peterson sucks.
No, but I want them to keep Doug Peterson.
I want them to keep him too.
I don't want them to hire Joe Brady. I want them to stay really.
You want them to stay back, yeah.
Yes.
But he sucks. He sucks, though.
Okay.
yeah. Wentz is. How bad is Wentz?
And Howie Roseman sucks too, by the way.
How bad is Carson Wentz?
Oh, I don't think Carson Wentz is any good anymore.
He has a corkscrew release.
I think it's mental too at this point with Wentz.
Yeah, I think a lot of it has to do with mental. The offensive line's not good. His receivers aren't helping him. I mean, it's over in Philly.
Yeah. They selected Arcega-Whiteside, and also the fan base. The fan base wanted Justin Jefferson, the Eagles.
Yeah,
hasn't worked.
Justin Jefferson dropped a first down in the Minnesota game. A-hole.
You think we're going to the playoffs, Spencer? What?
Yeah, we're going to the playoffs, Spencer.
I think we are. And
what are we gonna do when we get there?
I'm tired of people talking shit about the NFC East and like that we have no chance when we get to the playoffs.
What do you think we're gonna do when we get there?
Beat Tom Brady.
Look at that smile too.
He's a corpse out there.
Yeah, he's a corpse. Yeah.
Are you afraid of Jared Goff, like Nicole? Are you afraid of Jared Goff or Tom Brady playing in the playoffs against the Giants?
Definitely not Jared Goff. Tom, I would choose Tom over Jared, but yeah.
we're gonna have a great chance. Cop, this is a good football team, right?
The only team that I honestly am afraid of as far as the postseason, Saints. That's the only. I think the Saints are a really good team right now.
I do too. I think
they're
the
hitting on
Saints-
all cylinders. I mean, they went out there with Taysom Hill the other day, and I know it was against the Vikings, but they just kept on motoring. Like Michael Thomas is a machine.
By the way, how embarrassing was that for Winston?
Yeah, well, I mean, but
That they
Taysom played
started
pretty
Taysom
good. Like
Hill over him.
Hill played good though. Like you got to.
I know he did.
You can't for several years, and maybe this is finally their time. But other than that, I think that. Man, there's even like a team like Green Bay doesn't scare me. Like they can't stop the run.
They can't be good teams.
We've already on national television we can hang with Tampa. We can hang with that team.
We hung with the Rams.
We can hang with the Rams. I mean, I think the Giants just, if you take away a couple of bad bounces and some bad bad misfortunes like the Cowboy game, right? We got screwed on so many calls in that game. The Giants' record easily could be
6 wins. Easy.
It could be 6 wins. Yeah, we could be a 6-4 team right now. I mean, that's facts. You could look at all. I mean, outside the 49er game and maybe the Steelers game, because the Steelers, even though that was somewhat close, they kept us at distance, right? Outside of those two games, I think we've been in every single game that we've played, and so for me, our record really doesn't indicate. Somebody was saying that we were the best 2-7 team they'd ever seen. One of the national media guys. I'm not sure who, but
Might have Cowherd.
I honestly think we're a really good team, even at 3-7.
He's not national media.
Bad Dog's national.
Bad Dog. You think Bad Dog said it?
Bad Dog's national.
With Bad Dog, it could be anything. He could have said anything.
Yeah, and well, Cop, I'm gonna push back. Okay, I don't think this team was ready to beat the Cowboys and the Eagles the first time, and we almost needed that adversity to kind of make us stronger.
Well, you know what? Here's what I'll say. You could tell, and this is why I feel confident when we play the Cowboys again. You could tell the second time we played the Eagles that the first game gave us a lot of motivation to play them the second time. You could see it in the way they played and the way they acted and the way they wanted it. That second half, they were ready for those adjustments that were made. The Eagles came out hard in that third quarter, and the Giants fought right back. They were ready for it. There was no surprises. I think the first game is the reason why the Giants were able to win the second game. No doubt. And maybe you're right. It was a mental thing for the Giants. They had to overcome that, and I think they've done that with the Eagles.
And think about this. The Eagles had a lot of their starters back for the second game, and they were coming off a bye. So
yes,
I know Doug Peterson doesn't do really well coming off byes, but that was the only point of worry for me. I knew we were going to bring it to them. I thought we were going to win the game. But the one thing I was sort of nervous about was they had a bye week, and even though Doug has regressed in coaching, I respected him as a coach for the Eagles. I think he brought a lot of success to that team in many ways. But I think this year, for whatever reason, he's not doing too well. But, Doug's still probably top 2 coaches in the NFC East. So
yeah, I was afraid. Well, the third quarter, the Giants played awful. That Boston Scott run was unacceptable.
Oh yeah,
the holding call was unacceptable. I have really high expectations for this team now. Like I want to go into Seattle and win that game. I do.
Spencer,
one game at a time.
Spencer, one game at a time.
Get the Bengals first.
We're on to Cincinnati.
Are you driving up to the game?
What? I got a guy that can really roll out a red carpet. It's a possibility.
One game at a time, Spence.
One game at a time, Spence.
A 3-game winning streak. And the great news is we're going to go under the radar. And I hope Seattle drills the Eagles so that they're real soft for the Giants.
What about
one game? I like that word, drill.
I bet you do.
Probably not the best thing to say with some of the things that the guys have said in the chat.
Let me ask you this, Spence. I'm curious.
They've kept it so G-rated in the chat.
What do you think is going to happen against Washington and Dallas?
I want to take a nap. I want to find a way to not watch that game in any way possible. But the Dallas Cowboys are going to win that game.
But even though Washington killed them the first time,
the Dallas like CeeDee Lamb still made a great play the other day.
Okay.
The red rifle. I'm not afraid of. I'm more afraid of the Eagles, honestly, than any other team in the division. I mean, Cop. When's the last time we won a Super Bowl? It's when we played Dallas for the NFC East Championship.
Let's do it week 17.
We need some glory hole.
I would love that.
Anyway.
What a night. I mean, what a damn night. Anyway, Spence, you got anything else, man?
Oh, man, you guys are great. Cop, I never know when you're going on now, but, I mean, 3.5 hours. Like, this is just spectacular.
I know.
Love you, Spence.
I wasn't even prepared, but I had to come on tonight.
Spence, you
And
know
my
that
hair's not even combed that well. And
You look like a bear. You look like a bear.
Spence, first of all, you know I
Who
love
cares?
you.
It's
You're my boy,
quarantine.
Spence. You're my boy, Spence. I don't just let anybody come in this room.
I need to make an appearance.
Yeah. It's okay that you did. I'm glad you did. Your hair looks fabulous.
It does.
I mean, it looks fine, Spence.
Thank you so much.
You did well. You did well.
Okay.
That means a lot.
Thanks for joining us, Pizzle.
Okay.
I mean, not Pizzle.
You just called him yourself.
Take care, guys.
All right. I'm good. I'm just going to let him say hello because he's been in the chat. Brandon Rogers, what's up, man?
Yo, what's going on? What's going on, Tana?
What's up, buddy?
Cop? Nicole, how's it going?
What's up?
I've been hearing this stuff all night that you guys are claiming that you can go into Seattle and win.
No. One game
It's
at a
not
time.
happening.
One game at a time.
Why are you
I know, I'm not saying
whispering?
you
One
did,
game
but
at a
you're saying it's a
time.
possibility. I don't
Brandon,
think it's
one
a
game
possibility.
one
Brandon,
game at a
I'm in
time.
Cincinnati. I'm in Cincinnati right now.
I don't even know Seattle exists right now.
I don't need. Yeah. Who
You
the
mean
hell
that's not-
Cincinnati?
it's not-
I mean,
not
who the
even
hell
a-
Seattle?
It's not even a place.
Seattle's defense improved on Thursday, and it's improved with the Dunlap edition. And the offense.
I need you to tell me
over
after
30
this
points
week.
a game.
I need you to tell me after this week if they're still improving. Because right now I don't care about Seattle. I care about Cincinnati.
Cincinnati, Brandon.
I mean, here's my
Cincinnati. One game at a time, Brandon.
Huh?
One game at a time. We will talk to you next week.
Hang on, it's
No, I know. All kidding aside, Brandon, I think we could beat you guys.
You really do.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here's my thing.
Not saying I'd pick us, but I think we could.
Here's my thing. I think with, obviously the NFC, how Tampa lost tonight, the Saints without Breeze, I don't think they're at full strength now, obviously. And I think, it's opening up the door for Seattle more, and I think they're going to be more motivated. Obviously the Rams, they've looked a bit interesting and, shocked me a bit. But I just think Seattle is going to run the table, and I think they're going to take over.
Are you looking over
I
the
know it
Eagles
might be
this
sound a
week?
bit biased,
Are
but I
you
think
looking over the Eagles this week, Brandon?
Right
I was just gonna say you better focus on the Eagles
What
right now.
can
before
you just beat the
even-
Eagles this week for us?
One game at a time, Brandon.
I think they're going to dominate the Eagles. Russell Wilson has
You
never
better
lost
not
to
let us down.
Philadelphia.
If
You
y'all
got-
lose to the Eagles, don't ever come back.
You got more holes in your team than Swiss cheese. You are a fake football team.
Let me
with
tell you
Russ
what,
Wilson as
you
your
lose
quarterback.
to Philly this week. Don't talk to me about you're going to beat New York.
One game at a time, buddy.
Here's the thing. I think, obviously we went into Philadelphia twice last year and won. So, and this is even a more depleted Eagles team with poor coaching, so just look at it that way.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Brendan.
I
Thanks for
appreciate
joining us.
you having me on.
Thanks for joining us tonight.
Thank you. Tana, good seeing you again.
Good to see you, Brandon, man. Hope all's well. We'll kick his ass.
And
We'll
then
kick
there were
his ass.
three. Well, this has been.
You could say it.
I don't know what to call it. I don't know if it's been a train wreck. I don't know if it's been a pleasure. It's sure as hell been a roller coaster.
It's been a roller coaster. It's like the Giants.
Yeah, I mean, what's funny is we went from heavy talking about Giants football, right?
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden we went way down to the depths. And then
Things got a little out of hand.
Things got a little hairy there.
Harry's a good word for it. Harry's a good word.
How are you doing, Nicole?
I'm doing great.
Who was your favorite that came on tonight? Since you were on? I'm just curious.
All of them. I mean, they
There's
all
got to
had
be
their
one that sticks out.
they all had their unique personas. My favorite was probably Bobby.
Yeah,
Bobby's a legend.
it's hard not to say Bobby.
I mean, you know what he is? Honestly, he's a ladies' man.
He is. I just love his you know, his confidence.
He's like a big teddy bear.
He didn't say one thing about football, but you know.
Would you live in Vermont, Nicole?
Probably not.
All right, that's not good for Bobby.
I think
Bobby would Bobby live in Jersey? We'll have to find out next time.
I don't feel any type of way about that.
Can I ask this too, Nicole? It's almost like when Carlos Sanchez, you know, the Bottle Boys. He had him and his Bottle Boys. It's almost like you had like a little rivalry there. Like it's like you've had like a past with the Bottle Boys. Like,
no,
was there like? I mean, what was the deal with that? It's almost like you were like, you know, you were kind of like him and this dude's like. I didn't understand. Like there was some heat there.
It's like I don't know. I guess it's a New York, New Jersey thing where everybody's like, "Yo, we're gonna get bottles, man!" Like, you know.
But like, what I'm saying is, did he say that because he thought it was cool, and you were saying it ain't cool?
I don't know. Ask him.
So no, that's what I'm saying though. If like that's what I'm saying. If you were with the crowd and you're going out and say we're getting bottles tonight, you just like I don't want to hang out with that crowd.
I don't like go out like that.
No, I'm saying like
I'm fucking almost 40 years old. I'm an old bitch. Okay.
No, I get that, but if I go to Jersey and the dude says let's have some bottles, should I back up? Should I not go?
Depends bottles of what? Like if
I don't know. I think he had some good stuff. I think
I would ask first.
He probably had Goose. I think he had Grey Goose.
Yeah, what if it's Grey Goose?
How do you do with vodka? Are you like a two-beer queer? Like what happens?
You've seen how I do drinking PTO6. You've seen it. There's video evidence of it. I might put it on my channel tomorrow just because, and it doesn't make you look bad. I mean, I was gone.
No, I don't care.
I was gone.
There's no skeletons in my closet.
No, I mean it doesn't make anybody look bad. But I was gone, and that was thanks to you and Rob.
Zeldry says that Nicole.
Was a fun night. If I were you,
sorry.
If I were you, Pizzle.
I got dudes that got.
I don't know how young these kiddos are. They might give you some GHB or whatever they call it these days. They might,
Carlos said he
loved
me though, Nicole. He loves me and he wants bottles. He wants a bottle night with Pizzle.
Have fun. Don't call me at 3:30 in the morning like I'm stuck in a train. I don't know where I am. They put me in a train. Come get me.
Is that a true story? Did that happen?
No, that didn't happen.
Probably would if he's gonna have
what she's saying. No, what she's saying is that I'll go and try to be cool with the Bottle Boys and the young cats in Jersey. And then when I want to try to call somebody that's supposed to be responsible, like Nicole and her Empire State Building in the background, then she ain't gonna come save me. But I'm thinking that me and the Bottle Boys will be a good ass time.
I'm there. I'm there.
I mean, he said that I was the equivalent of Mike the Situation.
I don't know about that.
He said I was
prior to prison or post prison.
He said, I don't know, but he compared me. That's all I can say. Me and the situation. And some Bottle Boys. You know what I'm saying?
All right, well, let me
Anyways,
know how that goes.
Thank you for joining me, Entertainer. I had a blast with you tonight. It was a lot of fun. I'm glad we decided to do this.
Thank you for having me.
This was a lot of fun. Nicole, thank you for coming on and hanging around with us.
Listen, this was the most diverse crowd I've ever done a live stream with. I got a black dude, a white dude, and a chick. So, can't go wrong with that.
And you know what's amazing is you go live and you never know what you're going to get with some of these people. You never know. And it's like, it's literally America. It's a melting pot right here.
And Bobby's at the heart of it.
And Bobby showed you the good in this world.
Love it.
There.
Love it. Had a great time. Thanks for having me on.
You're welcome.
Pleasure meeting you.
Good to meet you.
Let's make some videos.
Chris.
Nicole PTO6, let's make some videos. You have a fan base.
I think she's
We'll
going to
think
do
about
it.
it.
I think she's going to do it.
Like just show them having lunch tomorrow or something. Like, look, this is what I'm eating for lunch tonight. Fuck you, Bottle Boys.
I don't need pervs on my page, thanks.
It's all right to get a little internet love, every once in a while.
I don't even have
mad about
social
it.
media.
Don't be
That's
happy.
the thing. I don't have social media for a
You have
reason.
fans.
I enjoy getting on these streams to talk about football and to laugh, obviously. But
You have fans. And I introduced you to Chris tonight. Mets fan, Giants fan, Eli Manning fan. You guys got the trifecta.
Pizzle's trying to make a love connection. I had to
No,
say it to
I'm
make the chat laugh.
just bringing people together. That's what I do. I'm bringing people
I
together.
don't trust anybody who wears a star on any part of their body. So that's a big fat L for you.
No, I don't. Pizzle don't take L. Pizzle don't take L's. All right. Thanks to everybody joining me.
Pizzle.
All right.
Thank
Have
you.
a good night. Take care, everybody.